Welcome. It's the Thursday night throwdown where we threw down yesterday, but we're here to celebrate on Friday, which is Victory Friday, times two. Second time this year. I am your host, Nick. Welcome. We are going to have a ton of fun tonight. We are going to recap the game. We are going to recap the day. We are going to recap the legendary Bobby Midnight and Mikey Midday. It was tremendous. It was great seeing a lot of you yesterday, meeting some new faces, making new friends in real life after becoming friends with you guys on here. We are going to be back. We are going to knock it out of the park tonight. We are going to have fun. It's 9 o'clock. The 24-ounce coffee was drinking in about 30 seconds. I'm wired. You're wired. West Coast Avengers are in the house. Australian lovely lady Sarah is here. My annoying little nephew is here. What's up, Brian? I love you, buddy. We'll be back. We're going to turn up, as the kids say. I don't know if they still say it, but kids a couple years ago said that. I don't know. I'm old. Am I hip? Daka. Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm your host, Nick.
When the blitz comes, there's no one to block him.
It's 10 o'clock, get ready for the showdown. 9 toes down, Nick, ready for the throwdown. We proud Jets fans, we don't play with them pronouns. Best roster in the league, we playing with the pros now. They tell us slow down, call us delusional, call us losers as usual. But this season will be beautiful. Shotgun with you know who, but run it instead. Lad Hall hit the hole hard.
That's what she said.
Ground and pound like it's 2010. The chat, we got many friends. Johnny wearing hats for super chat and watch him breathe again. Nick put the link so Bobby could call and speak again. Bonesy did the blunt, I got the weed and pens. We speaking green again. Jets news like it's CNN. A-Rod and Charles Gorman is like we seeing twins. Feeding tins, pounding on these bleeding fins. Week 14 and 18 when they needing wins. They ain't seeing them. We run the ball and play defense. This is AFC hell where the teams repent. Ladies and gents, welcome to MetLife. This is Jet Life. We bleed green, this our best life. We just nice.
Let's say what's up to everyone. Dark Soldier's here. Johnny's in the house. Bobby. Mr. Bonesy's out on the prowl. Na. Since my suicide is here, VR's here. Murdog and Alan. What's up, guys? So, what did we learn today, guys?
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Soup or a spider or even a bat, got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fallon. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. My YouTube is blowing up and I'm becoming a star. My takes are fresh like the clothes on VR. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip-hop. Nobody compares when it comes to him.
He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop bars. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Blowski calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.
He's Charles. And I'm diabetic. Had to take my insulin before I forgot. We got some crazy activity going on in the chat already tonight. Good crazy, though. No bad crazy. It would have been like that if the Jets didn't turn this fourth quarter on last night. But before we get into that, before we get into the recap, the replay, the stories, the tales, the photos, the videos from yesterday, let's say what's up to everybody. Leading off for the proud New York Jets fans. Number one in your hearts, but number two in real life, Tom Ace, shortstop. Welcome, Tom. I hope you're feeling better. And just know that you were definitely missed yesterday. Get better, young man. We got a new member to the channel, Philip Hannon, coming in saying, you know what? I'm not even going to wait for this show to start. I'm going to join because I hear how awesome it is here. Thank you. Now, Phil, when you join, look on the bottom of the screen. If you're on Discord, follow the instructions. As a member and a shiner now, you are welcome to join the club. I appreciate you. And that does call for something that's going to annoy the hell out of my nephew. Flyover. No flyover at the game last night. What the hell is that about, Woody? Just don't think because the team won, we forget the stupid shit you do, Woody Johnson. We want a damn flyover. Got Veterans Day coming up. We can't even get a goddamn military flyover at the game. Schmuck. Sell the team chants were pretty loud in the first half. Philip, thank you. I appreciate you and look forward to interacting with you. Welcome to the club, my friend. It's little Ryan. There's nothing I love more than dropping an elbow on this kid, beating him up until he runs and cries to his mom and dad because he can't hang with Uncle Nick. Boomtown, just know when this kid starts getting the best of me, the shoe comes off and I threaten to take off the sock and he runs and hides in fear. This kid's going to have a fear of feet when he gets older after hanging out with Uncle Nick. My man Addison is in the house. Addison, I'll say it again. Congratulations on your Dodgers winning the World Series. Congratulations on the Jets. You're on a 40-hour win streak right now, 48-hour window where nothing can go wrong. I am glad that you are not the Dodger fan who blew his hand off while holding an M80 and lighting it and losing twice the amount of Kayvon Thibodeau. Not Kayvon Thibodeau, JPP. Forgive me. I get my Giants defensive ends mixed up. Metro Funny. Awesome to meet you yesterday. You and your child were fantastic. It was great hanging out with you guys. The energy was awesome. I saw somebody needed a little recharge today, though, in the car. He crashed. Boomtown is here. What's up, Boom? The greatest note taker from the great north, Mr. Boomtown. Batting cleanup, designated hitter, Boomtown. Who else we got here? Pew, 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 pew. Georgie's here. Nick Shine for life. Georgie, I appreciate you. I called Bobby right before the show. No answer. They are home, from my understanding. I got him an Uber this morning from the hotel to Newark Penn Station, and they were on the train. Him and Michael sounded very excited to get to the coffee cart. I don't know if they were selling coffee there or other beverages. Hello, Sarah. Good day from down under, my beautiful people. Sarah, where would Sarah play in a baseball field? Sarah, you would probably be... Let's put you in left field. Playing left field from down under. Batting fifth, Sarah. Nate, my man Nate. I sat next to Nate for most of the I think the whole first half. I think me and Nikki switched at halftime. But our row was empty. I had Nikki next to me, who, as you guys know, is a big guy. and I had Nate next to me, and then I'm in the middle, and we're all like this. And then I turned around, I looked up by Jake, and there was like 5-6 seats that were open where me and Nick could like have leg room. So Nate, it was nothing personal with you. I'm also claustrophobic, and being in the middle of the aisle with no leg room, like shoulders pinched, we had a rotation. Nate, my son, and I had a rotation. Unspoken, we just knew. If I leaned up, the two of them leaned back. If I leaned back, the two of them leaned up, just so we could like breathe. But Nate, it was awesome sitting next to you for the time that I did and talking ball with you, man. I appreciate you. And I went on late at night, as you requested, to help you out working the night shift. So I hope you enjoy and helps you get through the night if you're working today. And go Jets. Jay is here. What's up, Jay? Jet up, baby. Jet up. I got to wait till my sister tells me Junior went to bed, and then we can go a little bit uncensored on this channel. All right. I'm going to take you to task here, Tom. Sack with a K is like a sack in a football game. Wouldn't the sack you're referring to be just SAC? Like the Love Sack? It's a store, like the big bean bags, the Love Sack. It's with a C. I'm challenging you here to English. Let me know. I'm catching up in the chat. If I miss anyone, sorry. Wild Wave, hello, my friend. Boom, 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 town. Boom, 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 town. Jerome, happy Victory Friday. Happy Victory Friday. I don't know if anybody in that stadium had or gave off more energy than Jay Graves yesterday. From the moment she walked across the parking lot to join me over at lot K5, the energy level was top notch. Awesome hanging out with you all day yesterday. I was a couple rows back behind you. Your energy during the game with Leany, with Genergy, was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait till we do it again. When are we doing it, you ask? Well, I'm glad that you did, because I'm here to tell you we are 1 month away. Today's November 1st. December 1st. I'm not even going to call it Proud New York Jet fan outing. It's the Addison birthday bash. Addison's flying out here from Los Angeles for Thanksgiving weekend. We're going to go to the Jets Seattle game. If you're in the Discord, let me know if you're going. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to work on something for a tailgate, either with Gotham again, who did a tremendous job yesterday, or Tailgate Joe. Not sure where we're going to go, what we're going to do, how many people we have. We'll plan it all out. Might stay just at K5 if we have a smaller group. So I think 1 month away, we need to start getting the wheels in motion here just for the tailgate. Even if you just come and tailgate, even if you're like Hawk and you're like, oh, I'm a dork, I'm just going to go hang out in the parking lot. Oh, awesome, I got a ticket now, I'm going in. Dre, my man. It's Dre Day. It's Friday. It's Victory Friday. Welcome, Dre. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jay Quest is here. And I love that in the last 36 hours, Bobby played with a train for 8 hours being on the train. I can only imagine the stories from the train. Jay Quest, my man, welcome. Dark Soldier's here. Dark Soldier, I salute you, sir. Welcome. Carly's here, coming in with her Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. Hey, yo. Welcome, Carly. Carly McNuggets in the heezy. My nephew. I'm a kid, and I'm still awake. Listen, dude, it's 9:20 on a Friday. Tell mom and dad loosen up a little bit and let you just stay up until you fall asleep. Stop being so strict as a parent. You're hanging out with Uncle Nick, and I'm not even there, so I can't even beat you up. So this is good hanging out for me and you. Let's see who else we got. We got a whole bunch of action going on in the chat. I'm trying. Boba Jet gifted a membership. I missed this. I did not get to that. I apologize. Give me a moment. I am subscribers. 1 minute. Save. Pew pew. Old man interneting, as you all know. Let's catch up to that. Thank you, Boba. That gift went to Bobby effing Midnight. Let's go. Boba Jet. Gifting Bobby. The legendary Bobby. Cho Duck. No. We're not allowing it. You are not here to celebrate. Your negativity is what made the Jets win. You are not allowed to put one comment that's positive for the remainder of the season. I'm very superstitious. You were a negative asshole all week, and I loved it because you know I laugh on the inside. Most of my joy is on the inside. That's what she said. But jet up, baby. That's your last good comment. Now you have to be a negative troll again for the next 10 days. Who screamed louder, Nick, Jake or Hawk? Oh, we're going to get into that. Johnny boy, I miss you, Johnny. I'm going to be dropping a link in a little bit. We're going to go over everything. I hope to see you. I hope you bring on my favorite Addison. I hope the Los Angeles Addison. I don't want to hear about the Dodgers. He's probably still wearing blue. He's probably hanging out still from the parade today. Bring on my favorite little Addison. Bobby. Now, I'm going to start right here. This guy walked in to the tailgate like an absolute legend. It was an absolute pleasure to meet him and the missus, the big fella, gifting 5 memberships right now. That went to Jeffrey R., Nick Russo, Alex Levine. Oh, man, I can't say it's too small. A Fungus Among Us, and Lawrence Yance. Yance, dance, party, Jets, Victory Friday. Do it. Thank you. I appreciate you, big fella. It was a pleasure to meet a big fella, considering that I am also a big fella. Carly, there will be several gentlemen in this chat, maybe one on air, who offers to keep you warm at the game. We will have fire pits. We have tents. We have heaters. We have sidewalls for the tents in our tailgate. You will be in a 65-degree tent if you decide to come that day. That's what she said. But do not worry. The K5 parking lot is elite. We're a small group. If we have it there, if you guys want to have the bigger party, we can move over to one of the bigger parties. Now, thank you for everyone for showing up. Thank you for everyone for being here. I saw a comment from Nate, and I'm looking for it. Here it is. I'm going to be real, because that's what I do here. I had concerns with the travel for Bobby and Mike, the parking lot, the size of the area, their ability to move around. I had concerns. A lot of you know that. I said that. I said it to Bobby. I will be the first to tell you every concern I had was off, was wrong, and they were absolute effing rock stars yesterday. It was tremendous on so many levels, seeing Bobby and Mike and watching all of you enjoy being around Bobby and Mike. It was an absolute honor to be there and witness it. Mikey dancing, partying, dancing, putting his drink up above his head, spilling it. Thank God he had the hard hat on because everything flowed off the hard hat. Oh, he wasn't done. Big fella saying, you know what? Yes, I gifted some memberships, but Nick, I got something to say. And this is how you do it. You want to get it on screen? Super chat. Big fella. Nick, it was great meeting my twin too. You are a great guy. Keep up the great work, brother, and throwing that rock. Oh, I love throwing a football, man. I wish I could still throw it like I could 10, 15 years ago. It used to be a crowd that gathered around. Like I could probably throw it 20 yards further than what I was doing yesterday. I just don't. I have the arm. I just don't have the body torque to twist and get it further. But yeah, man, I love throwing a ball around. And shout out to Nate. That ball's got grip on it. That's a great football to throw. I would buy that football, Nate. Nate parentheses Nate. But thank you, big fella, for the super chat. Yeah, nephew, you weren't there. That's why it was fun. Duh. Yeah, we're gonna figure out. Clancy, do it. All right, Clancy, figure it out for you. You're Nate B. All right, Nate B. And Nate. Done. Clancy throwing the hammer down early and saying, I just woke up 20 minutes ago, not a nap, for the day. And he's like, man law. I second it. Man law's in place. That's it. Thank you, Clancy. So let me do this. Give me 1 second. Oh, wait. I have to play this during old man interneting. My nephew's going to enjoy this. Old man interneting. I was told I have to play some sort of video during it. If you are a shiner, today is November 1st. Tomorrow, we will be cleaning up the Discord group. If you are not a member yet, please tonight consider becoming a member of the channel. I love all of you, and I don't want to lose any of you from the group. I know how much you enjoy it. Please consider staying because the main perk of being a shiner is the Discord. Tonight is a members only call-in night. We're not posting the link in the public chat. It's just in there. If you were there last night, you get priority coming on the show first. I want to recap it, and I'd rather do that with you. My nephew chiming in, I am not a member. There is no way in hell your mother is ever going to give me a couple dollars a month. You just got to be my boy, and I'll call Gaga and we FaceTime one another. There's no way in hell Aunt Heather is going to hook up Uncle Nick. She'll say, I feed you when you come here. It's worth it. It's worth it. Okay. You know what? Let's kick this off. Let me boom, 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 boom. Come on. Come on. Oh, get me out of here. There we go. Now you're working. That's what she said. It's a new month. How do we start it off a new month, you ask? Very simple. New month means new things. It's the month of November. We're basically past the midway point of the season already. But what do we do in the beginning of the month? We do this. We drop some new memberships for all of you. Make sure you have gift receipts on. I just dropped 5. It went to Johnny Ace, Sluggo. 3 siblings. Jay coming in. Jay Quest 57. Boom, you're back. The big fella, Kazam, you're in too. What a list. What a list. That's how it's done, folks. That's how you drop the big hammer on the table. Big fella did it. Now this big fella had to do it. Hold on a second. We have. Yes. Oh, Gator, email that to me. Or I can email that to myself. I don't know if Gator's watching. All right, I got to forward this to myself. This has to be. How do I get that? Damn it. Damn it. Welcome back, everybody. All right, we're going to email. All right, big things going on here. Big things going on here. Twin magic. We're in sync. Facial hair, height, looks, charisma, awesomeness. That's us. That's us. If we would have known each other in our 20s, big fella, we would have been like WWE tag team heavyweight champions, without a doubt. Where's email? Damn it. You know, you guys know I have ADD. That's an awesome start to the show. Awesome. I'm feeling lucky. You know when you go to like the roulette table and you hit, you're like, oh, I could do that again. Well, guess what? We're doing it again. We're dropping 5 more right now. And they go to Nate Bonifant, Jaden D'Angelo, John LG, Joseph Rivera, and JC Jets. Tremendous. Tremendous output so far from the YouTube algorithm. What a group. What a group of names already. It's like the algorithm knew. Like this guy's talking about November 1st. We can't get rid of people. Let's keep it going. Let's see who else we can add. I don't want to remove anybody. It would hurt my heart to remove someone because I know how much fun the Discord group is. I know how much fun you guys have in there. Speaking of that, having fun in there, get your ass in there now if you were there last night and click. No, I'm not glitching. I'm not glitching. I'm pausing because Cho Douglas said, you know what? Here's 5 more. And they go to David D, Jet the F Up, Dolph, New York Jets, Florida, a.k.a. Ted, and Roseanne. Roseanne, one of the 5%ers. Now, I know that all of you are aware of this massive YouTube show, the Jake Asman Show. 40,000 subs, biggest Jets show. This channel, the Proud NYJ Fan channel, with a possible name change coming soon. That's a tease. 5.3% female viewers. So to all the ladies out there who watch the show, thank you. To my knowledge, Jake and I are the only 2 that mention our female viewers that I'm aware of. Top notch. Carly, Jay Graves. Even my sister's here. You know what? Me and my sister do not get along very much. Even though it's my nephew, it's her account. She's female, as far as I know. She's got the baby, so I guess it checks out. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. And one night next week, we don't play. Let's do maybe next Wednesday or Thursday. I don't want to lock the exact day in yet, but Ladies Night 2.0 just started being put into the works right now. Sarah's here as well. There's a lot of ladies. And if there's anybody that loves the ladies more than me, it's Bobby Salty Nuts. Loves the female viewers. Clancy's like, you know what? I'm not going to let Nick talk any Jets tonight. We're not going to recap the day. We're going to give out 5 more memberships. And they go to Monkey Manstand, K. Brock the Jet Fan, Mr. Roberts, Chris M., and Project Prospect with Dom C. We are absolutely killing it tonight. Killing it. You guys are tremendous. Victory Friday 2.0 is off to a tremendous start so far. Tremendous start. Nate, awesome seeing you again yesterday, hanging out with you. It was a lot of fun. Jaden D'Angelo. Jaden, who's on his phone, just sent a Venmo and said, here you go, buddy. So on behalf of Jaden D'Angelo coming in, I'm going to buy 5 more memberships because Jaden just sent. This is tremendous. This night is rocking. Jaden, thank you. Jaden paying it forward. It's the one downside of the iPhone that I'm aware of. And Jaden's memberships via Nick Shine, via Big Islander fan, John B., DeAndre Vega, Jake Asman, and my personal account, Nick Shine. Well, Clancy, I do follow my own channel, bro. You know what? I got to take that off. But you know what I do, Clancy. You know exactly what I'm going to do right now because it's happened a couple months in a row. What do I do when that happens, Clancy? Tell them what happens. Jaden, thank you. What do? I buy one myself. Whoa! Holy shit! Hold on. I don't even know. This has never happened before on this channel. I don't have a making it rain sound. I don't have an umbrella. You know what? Fuck it. I do have an umbrella. I have the umbrella, the light. So here's my umbrella for the big fella making it rain right now. And I'm shorting out because the light bulb's not in. We're going to start a fire here. That's how hot it is right now. Big fella, thank you. Bear with me, folks, as I read out 20 gifted memberships from my brother from another mother, my 6'4" twin, the big fella. They go to Richard Todd. Oh, hold on. My YouTube's glitching. I hate you, YouTube. Okay, hold on. Richard Todd 14. Extinguish the Guilt. The 411 on New York Sports. VR, go check out his channel. Chris Bradigan. Cuca Lake Jet Fan. Connor Long. Joe Bonesy. Aurora. Will M. Eminon. Ray Danger. D Van G. Phenom. Mr. Business. Party with Peg and Artie. That's No Ghost. Allison Tuckwab. Randy 23. Green Bean the Jet Fan. Boo. Italian Stallion. Jay Lepselter. That last one was from me because I replaced the one that went to my personal account that Jaden purchased. Big fella. Big fella. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. I love you, buddy. Thank you. Leave me alone, Rick. You're always picking on me because you're bigger and stronger and smarter and more handsome with better hair. God, you're a bully, Rick Kent. Just know that nobody shall ever bully or flip off Rick Kent in my presence. I will flip out on them. And I started to last night before people told me somebody was okay. But big fella, you are the man. And we, ladies and gentlemen, do it with me if you're home watching right now. Not that. Let's applaud the big fella. Last night at 3 in the morning, I believe it was, somewhere between 2 and 3 in the morning, he announced on Jake's show, the Jets are still undefeated when he's there. They've never lost when he's been there in person. Big fella, we got to get you more tickets. We got to get you on road trips. we got to get you all over the country, brother. Dropping an absolute nuke in here. Fantastic. I don't even know what to say with this show. You guys are amazing. Is this what it's like to be a fan of a winning team? Like everybody gets happy and even more generous than you guys already are. Can we get more wins? What a start to the show. What a start to the show. The Jets have 3 wins this year. Big fella has been to all of them. Big fella, I will start the GoFundMe. We will get you to Arizona. We have 10 days to get the funds to get you to Arizona. It will be our gift to you. You will be our representative. Addison, you are not even going across country anymore for December 1st. You are going to take that money and just give it to big fella to get him good seats. We don't need you here. We need the big fella here, dude. Jay Quest, I cannot add an emoji, but here's what we can do. I will reach out to the big fella. And since he gifted 20, I will give the big fella, do not comment it in the chat, big fella. I'll reach out to you privately. And we will replace 2 of the older emojis, the ones that I originally created. And you have choice, big fella. So big decisions coming your way, my friend. We will have new emojis coming. Yeah, Rick. I agree, Boom. Yell at him. Yell at him. No one fucks with Rick Kent. No one fucks with Rick. I don't care if it's in joking. I was ready to go off last night. I was ready to get back out of bed at 3:30 in the morning and get it back into the chair, turn the computer back on to go at the kid for commenting. Charles B., who has been very adamant on telling us that the Jets are going to rival the Patriots for last place in the division. Welcome. Did you enjoy the game last night? And I have to ask, because I'm not sure, are you a Jet fan or are you just trolling the Jets? And I appreciate the honesty. I just want to know what type of fan I'm dealing with, because I can't get a read if you're I've been beaten down so much by this team. I'm fueled with anger and frustration, which is totally understandable. Or if you're a fan of another team just trolling us. I want to paint the picture so I know. Jay Quest just saying the Vinny versus Seahawks game in '98 was on December 6th. I was there. We will get another win this year, December 1st. I was in the mezzanine, section 208. Rest in peace to Island Hilltop Barber, Eddie, who had mezzanine level seats that were $35 a ticket back in 1998. And I thought that was a lot. 20 years old, me and my buddy Dale, right on the goal line where Vinny went to. And we're walking out of the stadium like, I don't think he got in. Whatever. One of the last times the Jets got a call that went their way. I was guaranteed Jet. Welcome. Was gifted a membership the other day, I believe. I think I remember seeing the name pop up. He paid it forward and gave one to Hennessy Heisman. Hawk, great time with you yesterday, buddy. Great time with you. Yeah, I know, Junior. You're always trolling me. You've been trolling me since the minute you were born. Just remember that Uncle Nick trolls better, and you can't top me. No, nobody messes with Rick Kent. All right. You know what? We deserve another one of these. Now, it's Friday night. I know some of you might be out and about, but if you're not, the link is in the Discord group. Hop on in. Let's start talking about the day. I know I get overwhelmed. I get excited. I'm like a little brand new puppy. I might get excited and pee on the carpet. I need someone to make sure that I'm staying in line and I stay focused. I get very distracted by the chat. So Hawk, Nate B, anyone, Clancy, if you were there last night, hop in. Rick, it's my 7-year-old nephew. He's a Dolphin fan, and he is my sworn enemy in life. Don't pay him any mind. Anything I like, he immediately dislikes. So please don't think it's anything with you. No, Addy, he's 7. He's 7. He'll be 8 in February. February something. I don't know what day. I don't pay attention to his birthday. He's annoying. He's not that important. Oh, Addison, you bastard. All right. All right. Jay Graves, you can't put this on me. My mother lives with my sister and brother-in-law. She's a Dolphin fan, and she was very influential on this mistake. I tried, but if I would have told him I hated the Jets, he would be the biggest Jet fan in the world. But obviously, with my wardrobe being 90% Jets clothes and the rest dress up stuff for like funerals, I have no choice. I couldn't hide it from him. No, you know why you said 9. I know why you said 9. Everyone knows why you said 9. Even my little nephew knows why you said 9. Because you love the Michael Jordan Dream Team Olympic jersey. That's why. And you know what? This is why VR is my boy. I felt this in my soul. Addy, F the Dodgers, but congrats. Respectfully. I felt that, VR. I felt that deep down in my heart. Dude, that's all I have. I either get dressed up or wait, I'll add golf attire. It's Jet stuff, golf attire, and like dress up stuff. Thank you, Clancy. I got a couple other things here and there, but lately it's just going. Everything I purchase is Jet stuff or golf stuff. That's it. All right. The game. 45 minutes in. I'll wait for the tailgate. I'll wait for all of you to click in here later, and we'll get to the tailgate. Let's talk about the game. There was tension in the air. When I was a kid, WWF wrestling, yes, WWF it used to be called. Gorilla Monsoon used to say, the electricity in the air is so thick you can cut it with a knife. You felt the nerves. You could see the tension. Corley, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? It's your first touch. I forget who it was in Jake's chat. Somebody said, you would figure a guy scoring his first touchdown in the NFL would never want to drop that ball. Never mind dropping it early before you even get in the end zone. How do you do that? How is this a thing? You know my theory. You know what I'm going to say. I'm going to roast this younger generation. They're more worried sometimes about individual celebration and exposure than they are focused on the minor details and the task at hand. And that personifies that move. I'm going to throw my hands up and celebrate me before I even finish the job that I'm supposed to be doing. How? How do you do that? How do you make it to the NFL and decide to mess up on national television in an NFL game in the first time that the offense has faith in you to call a play? And it was a tremendous play design, executed perfectly. Guy in motion, Corley coming around. Jeremy Ruckert had nobody to block. I felt bad for him. Watch the play. Ruckert's looking for somebody to block, but the play design was so good. Never thought we'd say that in the year 2024. Shout out Todd Downing. Great work. That it's not even a touchdown. That game should have been a blowout. There should have been no tension in the air. I feel bad for the kid. Some can say it's an innocent mistake. Some can say he was so excited. Well, don't be like me. Don't be the puppy that gets excited and pisses on the carpet. Compose yourself. You're a professional athlete now. That's like hitting a home run in baseball and jogging into the dugout before you even go to first base. Absolutely absurd to do. Absolutely absurd. And they didn't bench him. Why would they bench him? Even through the coaching regime change that we have, there's no accountability. There's no repercussions for personal fouls. There's no repercussions for bonehead plays. Just try it better next time. That's a good comment. Good job, Junior. I haven't seen that comment yet. I'm gonna catch up on all of it. I'll be honest with you. I was home last night, went on Jake's show. I dropped Gator off at the hotel, drove Nikki home. By the time I got home, it was after 2 a.m. Went on Jake's show, was hanging out with everyone in the Discord. I didn't go to bed till like 4:30. Bobby's calling me 8:15 in the morning today to make sure the Uber's set up. I went to work. I was on adrenaline all day, and I came home, and I crashed. Knocked out. What is this? Who won? Come on, Ian Rappaport. Don't be tweeting about Columbia football on a Friday night saying, what a win. Here's the thing I'll say about Corley and GVH. Your comment just popped up. Yeah, I agree. I love water. We can't keep having these mental mistakes. You know, just to show you the difference in our rookies. Olu Fashanu was drafted to play left tackle and be the future left tackle of the New York Jets. Tyron Smith always gets injured. This year he's healthy. Olu's had to go over to right tackle. They prepped him a little bit for that in training camp. Did okay. Looked a little raw when Moses was out. And then last night, he gets thrust into playing right guard. And if you're not aware of this, he's never taken a snap in practice, any type of rep at guard, high school, college, or now the NFL. And he gets put out there to play right guard for the first time in an NFL game on national television with an angry, sell the team chants going on home crowd, with the center, Joe Tippmann, and shout out to Joe. This is leadership. This is what you want to see in the center. This is what you want to see in the anchor of your offensive line. This is, for me, for Joe Tippmann, the turning point of Joe Tippmann, where he's now elevating himself to another level. Had to tell Olu what to do on every snap when they were breaking the huddle. Olu didn't know. Rewind, training camp, Olu. You know, I've only played left tackle, but I understand my role for this year. If I got to play another position, if I got to go to the right side, whatever it takes to help this team win. This kid hasn't played a lot, but I love this kid. You know, the Jets organization throughout time has gone, under Woody's regime, has gone complete 180 with everything, right? Herman Edwards, very well-spoken, not a very good X's and O guy. Get rid of him, bring in Eric Mangini. Eric Mangini, no personality, no charisma, good with the X's and O's, but not a people person. Get rid of him, bring in Rex. Charisma, persona. That goes too much. 180. We'll go to Todd Bowles, and we're going to talk about Diana Ross. No personality. Very rarely revealed it. Get rid of him. After 5 straight defensive coaches. Flip to Adam Gase. Get rid of him. Bring in Saleh. Elite defensive coordinator. Good mind. Great leader. Jets always do 180, 180, 180. Mekhi Becton. I'm a left tackle. I'm a left tackle. Olu. Put me wherever you need me. Put me wherever you want me to play. Whatever I can do to help this team win. My opinion, that's the best 180 that this organization has done. That's the type of guy you want on your team. Tippmann, Olu, and maybe one day a healthy AVT could be a really good combination to build upon on this offensive line. Metro Funny, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for everything you did yesterday, for Bobby, for me. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. My son would like to thank everyone for the awesome time at his first Jets game, 1-0. Let's fucking go. Well, I hope it's not his last. I hope there are many more. And I hope to be there with them. That was great. You guys were awesome. And maybe December 1st, you make it with us again. Big fella, Sauce needs to hit the weight room and stay off COD. Yep. The thing that worries me about Sauce, and thank you both, Metro and Big Fella, for the super chats. The thing that worries me about Sauce, if he's not grabbing your arm, he has no fucking clue where you are a lot of the time. And it's really, really trending. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in shows where greatness enters the chat. And not that all of you aren't great, but no, none of you are Charles Gorman. Charles Gorman is here celebrating being a member, being a shiner for 6 months. Charles is the second shiner. Knob was first, and Charles was shortly after him. I appreciate you, Charles. Hi, Nick. So happy you enjoyed the Jets game last night. Charles, it was tremendous time. Addison's coming out from Los Angeles for the December 1st game with Seattle. It's a 1 o'clock game. I hope you can make it. If you can get out for the day, I'll take you. You come up with me and Nikki, I'll bring you home. You live right in town, I'll hook you up. We'll talk more. But just plant that seed right now. All right. Clancy, if I DM it to you, is that better? You saw it when the show started. But I think it deserves to be played again. Because for the first time in several weeks, somebody's about to enter the show. Who?
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Super a spider or even a bat. Got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fallon. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. My YouTube is blowing up and becoming a star. My takes are fresh like the clothes on VR. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip-hop, nobody compares when it comes to him.
He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop bars. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Blowski calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.
Before I bring him in, Dan Philcox coming in, celebrating being a member of the channel for 4 months. Nick, I feel bad for Corley. I thought I saw the Easter Bunny once when I was a kid and shit right in my footy pajamas. I've been and shit right in my footy pajamas. Awesome. Dan, thank you for being a member of the channel. I appreciate you. Do I have the Hey Charles video? I do not. I believe that is an exclusive Jake Asman video. Nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the introduction has been made. He's refreshing himself right now. He's quenching his thirst with a fine bottle of water. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the iconic Charles Gorman. Charles.
You know what's funny? I had no intention of watching the game last night.
Why? You gave up with the losses?
I was really disgusted of how their performance. You know, my dad, you know, he wants results, you know, and I feel the same way. And, you know, my dad and I were feeling they may not win another game again. And I was watching one of my favorite Halloween-themed movies on Netflix, Van Helsing from 2004. I was thinking about since, huh?
Obviously.
And yesterday was Halloween. And I was like, I'm going to do a Halloween theme review for you guys. But then I ended up watching the Jet game, and my God, the first half almost made me vomit.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, let's see how well they're doing the second half. And they ended up scoring a touchdown. Garrett Wilson puts on a show. Devontae Adams gets in on the party. Defense continued their dominance from the first half. And, the Jets, I understand the offensive line hasn't been great, but it's definitely an improvement from last year. Their pass protection has been better from last year. I know Tyron Smith hasn't been great, but he's been healthy. Morgan Moses hasn't been that great, but he's had some good moments. My biggest disappointment with the offensive line is their run blocking. Their run blocking is not very good.
It's a work in progress. I feel that it's the same story over and over for the last couple of years with the Jets. They don't get enough games in a row with the same group playing together to get it going. I thought last night they averaged over 5 yards a carry. I thought they did well. Yeah, I thought they did well with it, considering Simpson went out and then Newman went out and then Olu came in and never played guard before. And
Joe Tippins having a great year.
Very good year. And becoming a leader too. That was as I was saying about yesterday. But here's the thing that
he told Olu how to play guard.
Right?
He told Olu how to play guard.
Rodgers, Wilson, and Adams doing Rodgers, Wilson, and Adams things opens up that run game tremendously. Now
Garrett Wilson is special,
right? Now you can't blitz that linebacker. We're making the defense play on their heels because they're showing guys that are going to blitz, and I'm calling it out. So Rodgers obviously knows it. I'm like, he's dropping. There's no way he's coming. So you can get guys when they're backing up. It's hard to back up and then come back up and play the run. So you're creating the advantage on our side time and time again. And that's fun to see because for years we haven't been able to do that.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Thank you.
But Rodgers, I'd say he hasn't been too bad this year. I know he hasn't been MVP Rodgers, but he hasn't been an embarrassment this year.
No, I would say he was on before yesterday, and it's probably better now. He was on pace for 4,100 yards and 26 touchdowns. Would be a top 3 Jet season of all time. Would set the new passing yardage mark and be third in touchdowns behind Fitzpatrick and Vinny. And I don't know. I don't know.
But you know what though? Will McDonald's having a hell of a season. He's becoming the new fan favorite here in New York. He's second in the league in sacks behind Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah. And he could have had 3 last night, but he was blatantly held by Tunsil time and time again.
I know. I was like, when are they going to call holding on him?
I don't know. I feel that you have to establish yourself as a name in order to get those calls. And I think maybe being a slender frame compared to the Bosas and Watts of the league and the Myles Garrett, the big Herculean guys, I feel that the refs aren't giving him the respect yet because he is a smaller guy.
He's like Brian Burns, but a bit smaller.
I know.
And Brian Burns having a good year for
and we're the
Giants.
Jets. How many games did we go without a roughing the passer call? It was like 22 straight games. We didn't get one. We don't get respect.
Because we're the Jets, that's why.
Yeah. You don't get respect. What do you do, Charles? You take it. So go take it. Go beat them clean and get the sacks. I never saw, I will say this. Michael Clemens played his best game as a Jet yesterday.
Well, he's got 4.5 sacks on the year.
I've been very, very critical of Michael Clemens being out of position, not being a smart player, trying to bull rush people sometimes. Was I the only one when it was third and whatever, and Stroud rolled out because the pocket collapsed and Clemens got him? As Clemens was getting him, was I the only one afraid there was going to be a roughing the passer call, but Clemens like slamming him into the ground and putting his body weight on him? Like I froze for a second before I celebrated the sack.
I mean, I didn't think he. I gotta watch that play again, but he did have a good game. Michael Clemens. I think he's a tremendous talent. He just needs. I think he's the best way to describe Michael Clemens. He's a great talent, but is very immature. He's very immature. He needs to control his emotions, but he needs to be more disciplined. And the guy can rush the passer. He can stop the run pretty decently, but he needs to channel his emotions in a more positive and professional manner. Plus, he had a great game last night. I mean, Jamie Sherwood had a great game. He's top 5 in tackles this year in the NFL. We have a bunch of good players on this team. And I'm happy that Michael Clemens had a great game last night. I'm happy for him. And also, Quinnen Williams now has 5 sacks on the year. He's in position to get at least double digits this year.
He's finally coming on the last 2 games. And something that I've said throughout the season and going back to 2020, when Quinnen Williams has edge presence on the outside and he can't be doubled every single play, he's at his best. And now that Reddick's back, coincidence that Quinnen's got a couple sacks the last couple games? I don't think so. Now you got Will, Reddick, and Quinnen going. Pick your poison. They're all capable of getting home. And shout out to Solomon Thomas getting home and Clemens getting home. It's now you're starting to see the full force of what this defensive line is. And just by adding another player, you have to worry about Reddick. He's an established name in this league.
I thought he was being held on some plays as well.
Shout out to $5, make you holla. Clemens is immature, but he's also pushing 40. He is.
What do you mean he's pushing 40?
He's old. I think he was like 24 or 25 when he got drafted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think he went to JUCO for like a year or 2, and then 4 years at A&M, was it?
He was pretty good at A&M from what I heard, but I also got to give a huge shout out to Max Mitchell. I thought he stepped the hell up yesterday. I know a lot of people have been very critical. I thought Max Mitchell had a pretty solid rookie year. Then he had a blood clot. Last year, he was terrible. This year, he got called up for the first time this week, and he stepped the hell up.
Yeah.
I also got to give a huge shout out to Thomas Morstead. He's been our huge bright spot on special teams these past couple of years. Did we send him to a 2-year deal?
Morstead? I think he got an extension. I know he was a free agent. I don't know if it was a 1-year or 2-year deal, but I know he got signed.
He's a great punter, future Hall of Fame punter. If you don't get in, we got problems.
Yeah.
Well, how's Nick Jr. doing?
He's good. Their football season came to an end tonight. They lost in the state playoff to Cherokee.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he got hurt. His knee. He was ruled out for the last couple of games, and he goes to the orthopedic November 18th.
Yeah, Rick Kent, 75-yard punt. That was a beautiful punt, man.
Yeah, that was nice. Very nice. So how do you feel? How do you feel about going into Arizona and winning?
I think, Arizona's not a bad football team.
Hold on one second. I know Ray Guy, I think, was the first one, Rick.
I think only Ray Guy is in the Hall of Fame, which is disgraceful because, not disrespect to Ray Guy, he's a great punter, but the fact we've had so many great punters over the years that only one's in the Hall of Fame, that's a problem.
Yeah, but when you think about the impact of athletes in the game, how do you put a lot of punters in when you have people like Mark Gastineau who's not in? Are you going to tell me that a punter impacted a game more than Mark Gastineau?
Special teams is a very important part. It determines field position.
I agree with you that it's important. But in terms of telling the story of the NFL, I believe you could tell the story without punters. Field goal kickers are different. They put points on the board.
But, I mean, Mark, I don't know if he'll get in Mark Gastineau. He could, but we'll see. But How do I feel going back in there, going into Arizona? I think we can do it, but the thing is, we got to stop the run. We got to pressure Kyler Murray. We got to put a spy on Kyler Murray because he's an excellent scrambler.
Here's the issue with the Jets, and I think GVH asked this earlier. I hope he's still here. I just didn't get to respond to it. It's tough to put a spy when you're in a zone and they attack the zone and try to get the linebackers to back up and drop, or if they run floods to one side of the field. If you break containment with the D line, you're usually able to run. Now, if you're playing man, then you can free up a guy, whether it's a safety coming up or a linebacker. You then can have somebody spy the quarterback. But when you're in a zone and if you flood it, the zone's going to go with the players, and then it opens it up to get gashed by a quarterback. So
but also,
it depends,
I
right?
realized that under the Robert Saleh, Jeff Ulbrich era, the Jet defense has not been that great against the run.
Well, that's because they build their defensive line off of pass rushers and even on the interior, guys who can penetrate the gap and get through, and not big, slow bodies. They want athletes who can get after the quarterback at all four spots and rotate those guys. It's not a very. They feel that if you can get through the gap and you can beat the offensive lineman, you should be able to make a play. So, but the counter to that is if you have offensive linemen that can get your hands on these guys and move them and open up the holes to run in, you can do it. That's what made me so mad in the 49er game to open the season, is having 2 defensive tackles down and 2 edges in the wide 9 and 5 offensive linemen. They just double teamed the D tackles, and then they all scraped to get to the next level to open up the run. It was maddening.
Yeah, that's true.
Nate saying Carly is in this chat so much lately. I'm guessing she's the next proud New York Jet merch girl. I will say this, Nate. Merch could be something that we could be looking at this offseason. There might be a new rebranding on the channel. And to coincide that, we may have some merch getting dropped. So stay tuned. And obviously, if there's going to be merch dropped, Carly is one of the first calls that I'm making. After calling Jake and asking for his blessing. Not like that. I know what everyone just immediately thought. I meant she does merch for him, and I wanted to pick their brains. That's why.
I didn't say anything.
Not you. I know the chat.
Oh,
We could literally be selling merch tomorrow if you let me handle it.
hi, Carly. How are you?
Nice. All right, Carly. Carly, well, we're definitely going to talk. There's going to be a rebranding of the channel. A whole new name, everything coming at the end of the season. And I don't want to do it now and then have people feel like they got like ripped off because like there's a change. So there'll be a new logo, new name, everything coming out after the season. Well, obviously, Tom, this is the first product, and I thank you for let me check, 700 messages I've gotten from you in the last 2 minutes saying, please let me model the underwear. Please let me model the underwear.
I would be proud to wear underwear with Nick Shines. Oh, my God.
Would you wear them?
I don't know if I should feel disturbed or interested.
What about for you if we sent you the pair on the back? And that way you don't have to look at it if it's on the back of the underwear. Would you feel more comfortable with that?
I'll be on somebody's ass.
No. Someone's head would be on your ass. You wouldn't be on somebody's ass. If it was my head, like...
I don't know.
No? All right.
I don't.
All right, well, I don't know. It means you're open to it. We can negotiate. Potentially, Clancy. Whole new rebranding. Complete rebrand. Potentially. Nate, if we can get in touch with Noel from last night. Charles, any thoughts on coming to the game December 1st? It's a 1 o'clock
I don't
game.
know, man. It's December 1st is a Sunday, correct?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Charles, are you blowing me off telling me you have plans a month in advance? Is this you know what? Here, Charles, go ahead. Let everybody see you blow me off. Go ahead. Charles, tell me why you're not available a fucking month in advance, dude.
I didn't. Wow.
That's what I'm
Hi,
saying.
everybody. Hope you're all doing okay. I'm not trying to blow off Nick. I don't know, man. I mean, I would love to go to the game.
December 1st, Charles? Listen, you will not be the first person to blow me off this year, and there are 2 months left. You will not be the last, so feel free to join the list, Charles.
Okay, I'll be on Nick's shit list. Good to know.
You're not on my shit list. You're my boy. I just
But
thought
no,
that
I'm saying, I don't know, man. I mean, I would love to go to a freaking game. No, I've never been to a strip club. There's a lot of places I haven't been to.
I'm not asking to take you there. I said if you're available for the Jet game. Addison's
I don't
coming
know,
out.
man. I'm just saying, I don't know. I would love to go.
All right. Well,
but I got a little bit about my parents. You know, I know I'm grown. I'm 30, but it's complicated, man. It's complicated.
If you need me, I told you this before. If you need me to come by the house, stop by, introduce myself to make them feel more comfortable taking you out for the day, I'll do that. If that's what it takes, let me know.
All right, I'll let you know, Nick. Anyway, Oh, by the way, how's your daughter doing? Did she graduate high school yet?
No. God, Charles, pause. Slow down. She'll be graduating 8th grade this year.
Oh, I got your son confused. I'm sorry. Your son's in high school.
Nick's a
your
junior.
Daughter's in 8th grade.
Sophia's 8th grade, yes.
What middle school does she go to? Ford's?
No. They moved down to Old Bridge.
Wow, I didn't know that. Anyway, well, how was their Halloween? Did she go to the game yesterday too, or only your son?
She did not go to the game. She did not. She has morphed into a Chiefs fan. And
ooh.
The first year Patrick Mahomes was quarterback and won MVP, she won a fantasy football league with me and Nikki in it because she had him. And
that was 2018 where he won it.
Yep. And the little 7-year-old girl for most of the year, 8 in December, still talks shit about it, that she beat us. And that's when she turned into a Chiefs fan because Patrick Mahomes.
Well, they're still undefeated so far, right? They haven't lost yet, the Chiefs?
They have not lost yet.
Well, we'll see what the hell happens. You know, I'm glad the Jets finally got over their losing skid because they were pissing me off immensely. I still can't believe how they lost to the Patriots.
Yeah. This made me laugh out loud. Gary, I like how Michael Clemens is the best player on the team. It's crazy how good Clemens is. You know what? I'm going to start calling every player out and telling them that they suck because the 2 players I hated the most were Lazard and Clemens. That's all it takes for now. That's why I'm starting to be hard on Sauce.
I never hated Clemens. I just didn't like his immaturity. But Lazard, I was disgusted with Lazard last year.
Yeah.
But this year he stepped his game up.
Yeah. Who would have thought we'd miss Lazard? And 4 weeks for a chest injury. Jeez. It's a lot.
When will he be back?
Charles, I have some breaking news. Carly says if you go to the game on December 1st, she'll go too.
Oh, my God.
Do you want me to end the show and come talk to your parents now?
No. My father's still at work. Thanks, Carly. I appreciate the offer. I would love to meet you in person, Carly. You seem like a sweetheart. And I said I'll let Nick know, okay? But thank you, Carly, for the offer.
I don't want to put the comment on air, but read Tom Ace's last comment. Any truth? Yes or no?
What's the Tom Ace comment? I don't see it.
Boner alert. All right, might as well now. I said it. Boner alert. Yes or no?
Oh,
don't answer it. I'm kidding. Don't answer that. I'm kidding. Of course we know it's a yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna
You
lie.
feel
She's just
better about
dragging.
Aaron Rodgers now after watching him throw 3 touchdowns last night? Are you more comfortable?
I've
Do you
always
think,
believed in Aaron Rodgers.
I know,
I
but
was
do
just
you feel you were disgusted, but do you feel more confident? Like, okay, he had a 3 touchdown game. Adams and Wilson almost had 100 yards each. Like, okay, it's starting to click. If you double one side, he's going to go the other way, and vice versa. Are you starting to feel a little more comfortable? Do you think that now it's starting to click and they're starting to have their identity on this offense?
well. The problem with the Jets offense, they need to be more consistent. They were supposed to be a good offense this year, and they've been a bit. 3 touchdowns from A-Rod's the real boner alert. Laugh out loud. Anyway, they need to be more consistent, but I think, getting Devontae Adams is going to help out a
Wait,
bit. Obviously,
wait. It doesn't say laugh out loud there. Did you just
I
add?
said laugh out loud.
I know, but you, instead of just laughing, you said laugh out loud, out loud. I love that. That was great. Yes, Jay Graves caught it too. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not in the comment. He added that. Well done, buddy. Well done.
But anyway, I think, look, I've always believed in Aaron Rodgers. I know these people are like, oh, he washed. How the hell is he washed? Got to keep yourself in great shape. He's extremely intelligent. He's still got that rocket for an arm. He doesn't really make boneheaded decisions. He's super intelligent with the football. Has the greatest touchdown to interception ratio in NFL history. I know he's going to be. Huh?
History. I'm just repeating it. I was emphasizing it.
In history, yeah. Even though the rules have changed over the years. But he still has the greatest touchdown interception ratio in NFL history.
Ever.
But that's what I'm saying. But he hasn't played a full season in over 2 years. And I know this is the 9th game of the season, but you still see the flashes of greatness. Like that Hail Mary pass he threw to Lazard against Buffalo. That was a thing of beauty.
It was. And, well, here's the question that you have to ask at 40 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it rust from being out and he's still getting that off? I thought the greatest play yesterday for me was when he ran and got down to the 3 and he got up and he showed that fire. Unfortunately, it came back because of a holding call. But I thought it was awesome that he was able to do it. That's the first time we saw Rodgers kind of run and go and get hit and bounce off, and you know what I mean? Like that old vintage Rodgers run. But
he showed flashes of that against the Patriots on Thursday night.
There's been some rust earlier. Yeah, but that was why in the open field he got out. This was up the middle, like through people. That was a tough football move last night. I liked it. I don't want to see it a lot, but I liked it that he got up from it and had that fire still. He comes out early in the game. He's a little rusty. 2 weeks in a row, first play of the game, quick hitch to Adams, misses it. Does it take him a little bit to get going because he's older? Like there are questions to be asked. Is this the beginning of the end? It's a natural question to ask at 40 years old for any athlete. Father Time is undefeated. Not everyone's Tom Brady and can play till 75 years old.
That is very true.
Any closing thoughts, Charles?
Nothing much. I mean, I'm just happy the Jets won. I mean, their defense is top 5, especially when it comes to passing yards, but I need to see more consistently. I'm glad Jeff Alper got his first win as the interim head coach. He's a good man. It seems like the players seem to rally around him more than they did under Saleh. And also, I'm glad Todd Downey's calling the plays because the fact
there seems to be more fire and less business-like, right?
And the fact that here's the interesting, even though Hackett was the offensive coordinator of Green Bay, he never called the plays. He never called the plays. So
never.
When we just figured that, I'm like, that's a huge red flag. And the fact that when he was calling plays early in the season, he gave Aaron Rodgers like 3 plays in a huddle. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Hackett? Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good Halloween. Hopefully you didn't eat too much candy
I
yesterday
am,
or get
buddy.
too drunk.
I am. I don't
I'm
drink.
sure. I'm joking. That was a bad joke. I apologize. I forgot you're a recovering alcoholic. I apologize. I hope was that.
The disrespect. I'm
Was
messing
Addison
with
at the
you, buddy.
game yesterday?
Okay. No,
Addison?
he's out in Cali. He's actually still not dressed. He is streaking up and down the streets of Los Angeles. Rick has sent me 3 different videos of Addison running by Rick's home, butt naked, celebrating the World Series. One of the videos looks like it's a couple months old, so I think Addison has just been running around the streets naked for quite a while now.
Well, Freddie Freeman won the MVP of the World Series, right?
Deservedly so. I think he hit 4 home
He's
runs
a great
in the
player.
series.
He's a good man too. I mean, I'm
Great guy.
so very surprised that he left the Braves because he was on that team for so many years.
Yeah. But Charles, I want to
Anyways.
thank you. You're a legend.
Thank you.
And keep me updated. Like I said, anything I can do to help facilitate you coming out for the day, I'll do it.
No problem, man. Have a good day.
All right, buddy. And if you're there, Carly's there. So it's a win for America. It's a win for Jets fans. And it's a move closer to world peace. If we get you and Carly at a tailgate together, I think that that cures all the problems of the world. And she'll bring cookies. She'll bring cookies.
What
Charles.
type of cookies? I don't care if they're oatmeal. I'll eat oatmeal raisin.
Charles, if you're coming to the game, I speak on behalf of Carly right now. She will make whatever cookies you want if you're coming to the game.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to eat them. You're not having any, but she'll make whatever you want.
I'll eat them too, as long as you give us milk so I can dick them in the cookies.
Yes, there you go.
In the milk.
Whatever type you want, Charles.
Thank you.
And now you ask, what type of love do you want to make, and see if she gives the same answer.
Oh my God!
Oh, do it, Charles, do it! It's Friday night. Get freaky up here.
Come on, man.
All right, I'm teasing. Be a gentleman. Don't ever listen to me. I'm an asshole. Charles,
I wasn't going to call you an asshole. I was going to say
no. Carly did when she heard that comment, and rightfully so. But oatmeal raisin is top. If it's not peanut butter, give me oatmeal raisin. And then third, little surprise probably, white macadamia.
White chocolate macadamia nut? Those are good too.
Yeah. Yes.
Have a good day, buddy.
You're the man. Any new content coming from you? Any live streams coming up? What do we have to look forward to on the Charles Gorman channel? I
just posted my review of the Van Helsing movie on my channel.
Okay. Any live streams coming up?
Maybe
I'll
let
Sunday.
You know.
No Jets game. Maybe Sunday. Pop on a Sunday. I don't know your plans.
I may do a live stream on Sunday. I'll let you all know. Okay.
Sounds great. Anything you do, feel free to post in the Discord. And thank you for your support and being the second member ever of the channel. I love you, buddy.
No problem, man. You too.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Gorman. What are you doing? Chilling in the airport? What do you got? A Reddish jersey on?
Yeah. No. Xavier Gibson.
Oh, my God. You tell me that was gifted to you. At least you didn't expend money on it.
Oh, I spent money on it.
What is wrong with you? That might be the... Listen, you've had some takes that I've disagreed with, but purchasing that might go to the top of the list. When did you buy it? After Buffalo game last year?
Oh, no. I got it this offseason. I wanted the black. And I don't like getting cookie cutter jerseys, so I didn't want Rodgers. Running backs are risky because they're only on the team for a year or two, so I didn't get Hall. So I was like, who else do I like? Xavier Gibson. Out of Stephen F. Austin, walk on to Stephen F. Austin, finds his way on the Jets, out of Woodrow Wilson High School in Dallas, Texas. That's my guy.
All right. If you got that connection, all right. All right.
Look, I understand he's a marginal NFL player at best.
Yes. Excuse me 1 second.
Yes.
I have to, by contract, go solo layout. Tom Ace, this is the part of the show for you, buddy. There you go, pal. This Tom Ace moment was brought to you by Vaseline.
Garrett Wilson did go to high school in Texas, Nate. He went to Westlake. Oh, he didn't? He went to Lake Travis. Never mind. No, he went to Westlake. Never mind. I'm losing my brain. Dave Brigger in the house. So, where are we at? Are we buyers, sellers, or holders at the deadline?
I don't know if you're buying anything but a guard or a D tackle. But
I was thinking D tackle.
You're going to be a buyer. You're going to be a buyer for multiple reasons. You're going to be a buyer because you've bought already this season. You're going to be a buyer because you do have a team capable of beating anyone in the NFL. You do. We're a kicker away from being 6-3, right? You
at least
kicked,
5-4. At least 5-4. Yeah.
I'll give you right now the 3. You kicked at the end of the Denver game. You win.
That's obvious.
All right. Now you're 4-5.
Yeah.
You make the 2 field goals in the Buffalo game.
5-4.
Now you're 5-4.
Yep.
And then in New England, you missed the extra point. You missed the field goal. Now you have to go for 2 when you could have just kicked an extra point. And then there was twice where last year would have been 57 and a 59-yard field goal attempt, and we punted. Last year we kicked those with no question. So potential 11 more points were off the board in New England, and we lost by 3. So we should be 6-3 right now if we had a reliable kicking game.
Okay, that's fair. In my brain, your defense lost you the New England game because all you had to do was not let the worst team in football, backup quarterback, score a touchdown. That's all.
But if you get another 7 points on the board,
right, you're right.
It doesn't matter what they do at the end. It would have been like if Houston scored a touchdown last night, you're still a 2-score lead. Who cares if you score a touchdown?
I'm conceding that. Yeah, it is.
I'm not saying that there's not other reasons that we lost.
Yeah,
I'm just saying reliable kicking game. You have 3 more wins now. The Michael K line, that's believing in the fallacy of a predetermined outcome. You don't know how the rest of it's going to go. It's going to be coached differently. But I don't know. Any thoughts on Brock Bowers leading the league in receiving?
It's not.
I'm sorry. Before Garrett Wilson last night, Brock Bowers was leading the league in receptions. Any thoughts on that?
I'm not trying to be like I told you so, but I told you so.
I was with you. You know I was team weapon. I know that's when we started. That's right around the draft is when you and I started like getting to know one another. But I was team weapon. I wanted Bauer. I wanted
Rome too.
Neighbors.
Yeah,
it was Neighbors, Odunze, Bowers because I knew Harrison would be gone. I didn't know which of the 3.
Neighbors was going to be gone too. Like the Neighbors, unless you traded up, you weren't going to get Neighbors at 10. Like I knew Neighbors, so it was going to. Hopefully, Rome would have been there or Bowers with the 2, and I was fine with either one of them.
Barney, Bowers, screw him. We got out of bounds, Yaboa. Hey man, going out of bounds aggravated Jake, Gator, myself, and others last night watching. Why did he go out of bounds?
I want to. So I'm watching the Garrett Wilson catch yesterday, and my wife's like, "Oh my God, that's the greatest catch I've ever seen in my life." Right? I'm like, "No, but it's out of bounds."
Oh, dude, you should have just turned to your wife and said, "You're the greatest catch in the history of my life."
I should have. Why weren't you there for me last night?
I'm sorry. Anyone feel free to use that line if you ever hear it.
Anyway, I'm watching it. I said, but he's out of bounds. His knee comes out of bounds. So we're watching it, and my wife is like, no, his shin comes down first. I swear to you, I watched it 20 times. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. So I watched it again today, and I get it. The shin comes down first before the knee goes out of bounds. I finally saw it. I never saw it. I heard everyone say, I have no idea what anyone is talking about. His shin comes down. His shin comes down first. I couldn't get his knee. I saw his knee go out of bounds, like he's out of bounds. His knee went out of bounds, but his shin came down in bounds before his knee.
Yeah. where
I
we
just, I
were,
had to watch it 50
we were the
times
other
to see
side
it.
of the field, right?
Yeah.
That was on our sideline, but it was the other side of the field. The first thing I saw, everyone's like, he got 2 feet in. I'm like, it's the same leg. The leg that touched, he bounced on that one and bounced again. So it was
Yeah.
the same leg touching twice. I'm like, that's not 2 feet. That's 1 foot twice. And then when they showed the review, you saw that it could have been the shin or the calf get down or the ankle. So very interesting.
Nate, Cam Thomas is better than Jalen Brunson. I said what I said.
No basketball.
All right, no
It's a Jet
basketball, Nate.
Victory Friday. Jet Victory Friday.
Jet Victory Friday.
Where are you headed to? You said you're at Detroit. Where are you going?
So I'm in Detroit. I'm heading to Syracuse. I have an event right, the Turning Stone Casino, which is right near the Boxing Hall of Fame. I have an event there. I have a fight there.
Nice. Good luck. I hope you win.
It's a really nice casino. It's a really nice casino there. So I'm good with it. My
Awesome.
flight is delayed 2 hours. So this has been like, I can confidently say this. Detroit is the most miserable place in the country, maybe the face of the earth. I'm
Wow.
happy for them, at least that the Lions are doing well. At least they have that.
Well, you have not been to a Jet game on national television losing at halftime. Because last night, that stadium for the first 3 quarters was very close to the most miserable place on earth.
If you are really, really in love with any of the O linemen and he falls to you, you don't trade out of the spot. February 3rd. I don't understand what that means. Is that?
Who
That
said
sounds
it?
like something I'd say. I don't know. Boomtown put that in the chat. Saying,
he's got it.
I imagine I
If
said
you're
it.
really
It
in
sounds
love
like
with
something I
any
said.
of
I
the
just don't
linemen,
understand the significance of it.
I guess he's saying that you said this. Obviously, we're not going to question Boomtown's credentials and his
It
credibility.
sounds like something.
But
If I didn't
it
say this,
sounds
he
like you
writes me
said
really,
that
really
early
well.
in the draft process, and that's what Joe Douglas did. But then you went, I guess, Team Bowers and Weapon.
I was never
so
not
maybe
team. I was never not Team Bowers. I was always Team Bowers. That I don't know. Like I'm not saying there that I would take an O lineman. If you love a lineman, you don't trade out of the spot. I'm not saying I would do that. I'm saying if you love an O lineman and he falls to you, don't trade out of the spot. Yeah. Is that a weird thing to say?
I don't think it's weird. I don't know.
All
He
right.
didn't give any context.
Yeah, there's no context, or I don't understand the significance of it.
You got to take a tackle first, January 5th, 2024. Wow, look at this, man. Boom has a Gary page in his notebook.
Yeah.
I would pay
I
for
feel
this notebook.
sometimes I'm more obsessed. People are more obsessed with me than Carly and Sarah, which is a little weird.
I think it's more plausible that they have a chance to sleep with you than either of them. So maybe that's why. I think that you might be a more easier get.
I would say their chances of either is 0. I put it firmly at 0.
All right.
I would say the chances of that happening is the same as my chances of living in Detroit for the rest of my life.
I did read in the chat that people are more scared of Carly's right hook than yours. So that might be something. I think Carly could be a little more feisty. Jet it out. Thank you for the super chat. Think we should consider moving on from AVT. I think that I was one of the people. I don't have. Maybe Boomtown has this. I was one of the people questioning if we should even pick up his 5th-year option.
Oh,
I said I don't think
even
it's
know
a given.
Data was in here.
Oh, nice.
I'm
Give me
going
a second.
to.
Let me reply to the super chat. Hold on. I was one of the people saying that I didn't think it was a given. I could understand if the Jets didn't do it. I was a little surprised that they did do it, but I get the logic behind it. And as of right now, I don't think there's any way you give him a long-term deal. You're paying him $15 million next season, which is going to be an overpay. I don't know. I don't think, unless he comes back this year, We go on a tremendous run with him. He plays great, and next year he stays healthy. But as of right now, today, Boomtown, quote it, I cannot give AVT a long-term extension based upon what he's done to November 1st, 2024. Can it change? Yes, it can.
Can I just address Boomtown real quick? That was
Real
from
quick, got some
January.
people waiting. Go ahead.
That's before. That was January 5th. That was before they signed a Hall of Fame left tackle. So he knows what he's doing. It's disingenuous and dishonest. Like, I don't understand the point of doing that. They signed a Hall of Fame left tackle. It's like, yes,
It's
when
not
they did that, I
disingenuous or
changed my mind on who
dishonest.
they should draft.
But
What
wait,
was that?
I love that you put the speaker closer to your mouth so you can
Oh,
yell
yeah.
more emphatically. That's my. I like that move.
It's
I caught it.
disingenuous
I caught
thing
it.
to do. It's like if I say we need a center and then you get Joker. Well, maybe we don't need to sign a center anymore. Right? We got one. But it's such a disingenuous, dishonest thing to do. Try to make me look bad. Like, what's the purpose of that? Honestly, Boomtown.
I don't think it's disingenuous. I think it's just having fun with the maybe flip flop takes.
You just don't flip flop when you sign a Hall of Fame left tackle. Granted, he didn't really work out too well, but you signed a.
I will say this though, you could say a lot on this channel. Don't call Boom disingenuous. I just think he's having fun with it.
If I said we need to draft a center, but then in the offseason you signed Joker, do you still need to draft a center, or did that change because you got one of the great ones of all time?
It's just a quote. You're interpreting your quotes angrily.
I'm not saying it's not. It's disingenuous and dishonest, and I stand on that. It's trying to make me look bad.
This is true. Hold on. Goose McGee, Boomtown has more dirt on people than the NSA.
He does. More than the NSA and Google combined. He does.
Nice. All right. I got a couple of people waiting to come in. Safe travels to you, my friend. Nick,
God bless, and you're a gentleman and a scholar.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Safe travels, and I hope your guy wins.
You can watch ESPN Saturday night.
Send me the info.
Okay.
Or put it in the chat, and then they'll pass it on in the Discord. Give me the fighter name and good luck.
All right, sounds good.
All right, later, pal.
Right, let me get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Gary next to the family of Xavier Gibson, the only person to own an Xavier Gibson jersey. Safe travels, pal. Next up, I'm going to bring these two dudes in together. That's what she said. Bloop, bloop. Clancy and Nate.
Bloop, bloop.
I see me on the screen, but it's too late. There's a delay. But I'm going to dance right now, and we'll talk about it in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Internet delay. Got it. How we doing, gentlemen?
Zooming in.
Chilling.
There you go. That's bigger for you.
All right. Way to come on a talk show and give me a very good detail. How's your day?
We're here to answer your questions. We're here to answer your questions, or it's what you need. Jets won.
How
We're
awesome
happy.
was yesterday?
Michael Clemens
How
got
awesome
back. I
was
got no
yesterday?
complaints. How what?
How awesome was yesterday? So I wanted to get into
Yeah,
this
it's the
earlier,
greatest day of my life.
and then I didn't
It's amazing.
because I wanted to wait to share the day with everyone. Let's recap the day. Early in the morning, I wake up yesterday. It was my day off. I wake up, call Bobby. 10:37 in the morning, I call Bobby. Where you at? I'm on the train. You are. You're heading down here. You good? You're on? Yep. I'm all right. Awesome. Now, it gets fun. Bobby gets to Newark. Bobby and Mike. Obviously, it's Bobby and Mike. I'm just going to say Bobby because that's the persona that we know. We got to know Mikey later. More on that. All of a sudden, I'm calling him. It's like train comes in 11:54. I try to call him like 12:15, write the voicemail. Try to call him like 12:45, write the voicemail. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Nate and I speak. And then Nate gets in touch with him. Nate, I pass the baton story to you. Go ahead. The story baton.
I spoke to him probably minutes before you did or after you did around 10:30, like same time when he said he was on the train. He was gonna arrive 11:50. I was like, all right, you're getting in like Newark or where in Jersey? Like, yeah, Newark Penn Station. I was like, all right, you have a way to get to the hotel? He's like, yeah, it's like a shuttle bus. Like Jake said, there's a shuttle bus or something. So I'm like, all right, did someone set him up with a bus? Maybe the hotel, like they arranged something for him and his brother, like a handicap or a those accessorides kind of thing, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, call me when you're at your hotel. If you need any help, let me know. Even though I'm coming on the train, I'm in Manhattan, so I can't I'm not in fucking Newark to help him. And then I called him. I was texting you and like 11:50, 12:15, and we're calling him. It's like voicemail. I'm like, bro, no way the guy's phone died like on the train.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, if his phone died or something on the train, could put a voicemail.
I don't see Bobby as
Then he
someone
called
sitting on the
me.
phone like using apps and draining his battery on like the trip. You know what I mean? I feel like it's phone calls
Yeah,
only.
but I also see it being a fucking flip phone, bro. I had no clue what he had, so it's like, or how often he uses it.
It might not be a charger anymore for that phone. It might still be the original charge. Playing the snake game with Nokia.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong there. Then he calls me at, let's see, I'll give you exact. Dude, I think it was 2:01. 2:01.
Damn.
So like 2 hours after he got in. And just like, hey Nate, where are you? I'm like, I'm home, Bobby. Like, what's up? You know, like, yeah, we're at Newark. Mikey doesn't want to pay for the taxi, and we don't know what to do. Can you pick us up? Can you? And I was like, I'm taking the train, so I can't come ASAP. Like, I could come help you out, but it would be a while. Like, well, what happened? He's like, yeah, we've been here for a while, but Mikey, talked to the taxi driver, and they said it was $65 plus a tip, and Mikey didn't want to pay that, so we're not going in a taxi, and he has no other way to get there. And then I think you said, Nick, he should take a train to Secaucus, but I already knew wherever they were, they couldn't move. Like, just stay still, and I was like gonna try to get to them or get someone to them. Like, don't.
Yeah.
I was not. I thought about your idea of like putting him on a train, but I was like, no, if I tell him to put on a train for Secaucus, he's gonna end up in fucking Syracuse in 6 hours. Like, it's just. And Secaucus is like 5 minutes away. It wasn't worth like the the $10 or $15. So then, but I check on my Lyft app and it's like $26 to go to his hotel. So I was like, all right, Bobby, what do you see around you? Like, describe to me what you see. He's like, I see Gateway Center. I was like, you see any street signs? I see a sign, Gateway Center. There's a taxi sign, all the taxis. We talked to the taxis, and I've been to Newark. I have a friend in Newark, so
I did Uber. You're right. You're between the Marriott and the train station and all the
so I'm like,
Uber
all right, you
drop-offs
see
there.
the taxis, you talk to them. I'm like, all right, just stay right there. Then I was looking on my map. I see the Gateway Center thing. I'm like, all right, just like I see what you're looking at. I was like, stay right there. Don't move. Luckily, Bobby and Mikey are easy to describe to people. So then I ordered them a Lyft, Nick, and I sent you the screenshot. I posted it in Discord. I ordered them a Lyft, and I get the notification. Oh, what did it say? It was like, please be aware your driver is deaf or hard of hearing. So I was like, no fucking way, bro. Bobby and Mikey got matched with a deaf Lyft driver. And I'm the one who ordered it, so I got to middleman it. But I was like, there's no. Like, I wanted to talk to the guy on the phone.
I got
to tell him like. So it was just a terrible situation. Anyway, so I messaged him like a crazy
Can you imagine
message.
if that driver got that ride, is deaf, gets them in the car, and the two of them start to build anger, not knowing that the driver's deaf, and just think that the driver's not replying to them and talking with them, and that driver records everything. That would have been the greatest 25-minute video in the history of the world.
For those that think I'm not kidding.
Yep. No, you got
it's literally deaf or hard of hearing. And I'm just like, yo, this is unreal. This content is this travel trail. Like it was
Shout
a
out
movie
to my buddy Mark. Real quick, Nate. Shout out to Mark, who I ran into at Quick Check. He was working an event in town. I ran to get coffee before, and we bumped into one another. He sees me in the store, and before I even did, I hear, "Is that Jake Asman?" I'm like, "Hey."
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good, Mark. That's very good. So anyway, I send a long message to the deaf guy, like, yo, you're picking up my two friends, one can't walk well, you're gonna have like a whole description. He cancels the ride immediately. He's just
any sort of that person's just like, listen, I'm bailing. I'm out of any sort of anything out of the norm. Goodbye.
I was kind of happy. I mean, I got the screenshot. I got the screenshot for the story, but I was glad that guy canceled. And and Shanila came along. Shanila, who Bobby and Mikey referred to as Shaniqua all night, including in front of her face. And so I'm like, yeah, Bobby, looking for Shanila.
That close. The fact that they were that close with the name is actually kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Like they weren't calling her Mary.
No, well, they actually called her. They called her by her robot name first, because when I got there, I'm like, Bobby, you're looking for a blue Civic. Look first. He's like, what's that? Four. I'm like, Bobby, 4-door. It'll be an H on the front. It's a Honda. Like a small car. Like, you're looking for that. The license plate at the beginning are L26, Bob, because I didn't want him getting some fucking random car. Like, I'm already running to the train station thinking I'm gonna have to take the PATH train to pick this guy up. Like, just like, yeah, just stand still. Like, me and Rob will pick you up. Just don't fucking move, bro. Go inside and stay safe. So, Shanila, I'm texting her. I'm like, yo, pick up my 2 friends. She's like, okay, no problem. I'm about to make the turn. Like, do you know the turn going into whatchamacallit? And Bobby, I'm on the phone with Bobby the whole time. Okay, let's look. L26, Bobby, please just look for L26. And then finally she's like, oh, I think this is her. Are you L26? Are you L26? I hear her on the phone. What do you mean? I'm Shanila. Yeah, I'm talking. I'm Bobby. I'm like, Bobby, the license plate. Ask her license plate L26. You're Miss L26. That's you. I'm like, Bobby. She's Shanila. The license plate is L26. And then we get in. Not only so, Shanila, I mean, she took care of them. I'm sure Bobby said they ate the grabs out. I gave her a fucking $15 tip because she had deal with Bobby. I heard her out of the car. Bobby and Mikey gave her 20 cash too. So Shanila had a great fucking night. Not only 30 minutes with listening to Bobby and Mikey, but it worked out for everyone involved. And then I took train to Secaucus with Rob, city bike down to the Penn Station immediately, like right after I got off the phone with Bobby. City bike there, got to Penn Station, got on the train, and then took an Uber.
We talk in between then. We talk in between then, and I'm like, I'm down with Nick in Old Bridge. I'm like, I can't get them, and you're like, all right, Rob's meeting me. We're gonna go to Secaucus. We're gonna grab an Uber, and I'll scoop them on the way. It's perfect.
I'm like, Nick, I'm getting in the shower, bro. I gotta go, bro. I've gotta go. See you.
Yeah. You're like, all right, we gotta go. I gotta meet Rob. I'm like, okay, it's starting to come together. You know, we had our speed bump, and I'm like, all right, is this a sign of things to come? Is this going to be the way the rest of the day is? Is it going to be just like one crazy scenario after the other? But stay tuned, find out more. Now, go ahead. You guys, you and Rob get together.
We get off at Secaucus. We get off at Secaucus. I'm waiting for the Uber, 2 minutes away, and some guy whoops out his Texans sweater. Hey, are we in the right place? I'm like, good luck. Like, it should be a good one for you guys today. And he's like, and we're like, oh, you visiting? He's like, no, we're from the area originally. Our son is on the team. I'm like, oh, no shit. Who's your son? He's like, the long snapper. He's been a long snapper for 15 years. And so the long snapper Weeks and his parents are having a 5-minute conversation. Super nice people. And they didn't feel good about the game. They didn't feel good.
Almost became one of the most important stories of the night if the game didn't go our way.
Right. And he was the one that we ended up with the penalty. Yeah. We ran over Weeks and got the penalty. So we ran into his parents. Rob and I jump in. We talked to Samuel, the Uber driver. Great guy. We're like, yo, Samuel, we're picking up 2 of our friends. We got Rob V in the back. Like, hey, this fucking guy. Him and Samuel are talking up a storm. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't give him an inkling of who we're picking up. And then we get there. We're like, yeah, he's picking up 2 of my friends. We'll throw one in the front seat next to you, one in the back seat. We get out, and Mikey's just standing there. Do you want me to show the video? Or everyone has the video of when Mikey gets out, of I get out and meet Mikey for the first time. All right, I'll have it for you.
Send it. Send it to me in Discord privately.
Okay, it's like 2:23. I can't send it in Discord. It's like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Damn it.
This is the beginning. You're Mikey.
Hold on.
I like the uniform.
Thank you very much. I like yours.
All right, go ahead. All you.
I like the uniform.
Thank you very much. I like yours. You got Aaron Rodgers. You got the helmet.
What's his name? Rob.
This is Rob.
Rob V.
Oh my gosh, fucking.
I gotta get that fucking one. That gotta be mine.
It's Mikey.
That gotta be mine.
I'm Nate, Mikey. You're Mikey.
I like the uniform.
Thank you very much. I like yours as well.
Rogers.
You got Aaron Rodgers. You got the helmet.
What's his name? Rob.
This is
Rob.
Rob.
Rob V.
Oh my God, fucking Bobby, bro. Fucking Bobby, bro.
There he is.
I told you I'd be here. Yeah, we met this guy in the train that sounds exactly like you, but he's from Africa.
Listen to everything, bro.
Yeah, we're doing
Nike's, I'll pop you in right there.
sorry, brother.
Yeah, you're all right. Bobby, you get in and we'll squeeze it around you, all right?
You're gonna sit here. I don't want to be in the middle.
No, you're not. You're on the end. You're not in the middle.
Go right
Go ahead. I'm in the middle.
Oh, you're in the middle.
Yeah. I'm in the middle. I will.
Mike, you don't want to be in the middle.
Can I put this on my lap for you guys?
Yeah. Throw it on the seat. We'll handle it. Put it on the seat. We'll get it.
You gotta put my feet down.
Yeah. 5 minutes, we're gonna be there with all the crew, Bobby.
Yeah, I know. We get the big smell, but thank you, sir. What do you mean like a football?
So it's gonna go quick. Get your feet in, Bob.
Well, that girl was hot that took us.
This is fucking great. Let me throw my bag back in too.
So good.
That was pretty much the end of that one. The first time
So good.
ever interacting with the great Bobby Midnight and his brother. It was wholesome and amazing. It was perfect.
Let me so now you get there. You get to the stadium, they drop you off in the Uber lot, which is lot E, which is a mile. It's close to a mile away from where, probably half a mile. A walk that they don't want to do or are capable of doing. And you and me are talking on the phone, and I'm like, all right, look for a golf cart. Take the golf cart to J3. And you're like, all right, I got it. You're like, I see someone right now. Hold on.
I started running. Yeah, I just hung up with you. But at first, Nick, I was actually thinking, I was like, let's try to get as close as possible. And we'll probably get pretty close. And 10 minutes later, I turned around and they had gone 40 feet and we're already taking a break. And I was like, and that's when I called you and you were like the golf cart. Then I saw him and I was just running after him because I was like, there's no shot they're going to get there within an hour or two. It's like being in New York. We're not even closer at this point. We literally need to get to the lot. It's so far. And then, we eventually got in and the golf cart driver let Rob be in the back of it.
IRL Rick. Welcome, Rick.
Oh, thanks.
What's up, pal?
No, this story's amazing.
Here we are.
I saw all the pictures.
You're gonna love it. This is the tip of the iceberg, dude. This is the Titanic. We're at the tip of the iceberg right now.
I'm so jealous that I wasn't there.
And it wasn't even cold. And it was 80 degrees yesterday during the day. All right. So now Nate's on the golf cart.
But Nick, just to add to this, the golf cart driver was so chill, and no other golf cart let us do this. They let drunk ass Rob, hang off the back.
Wait. I got video. Hold on. I got video.
He almost busted his ass so many times, bro, when he turned.
So Jay Graves parked originally by Gotham. And then she was like, I'm gonna go walk and get my car and bring it back out here by you. I'm like, all right, let me drive you. I drive her over, she gets her car. Now the two of us are driving out across the parking lot, wide open, massive parking lot, lot J, the biggest lot there. And I literally rip a U-turn in the middle of the parking lot, and now she follows me. And this is what happened. Look at these fucking hooligans.
Rob V looks like he's trying to tip that thing over.
That's great.
Mikey just breaking into a jet chant by himself at the end of it. Just fantastic. So,
Nick,
you guys get to the tailgate. I want to hang out with my tailgate group for a little bit. Say again?
he told everyone in the golf cart, both that time and the second time, that he was Fireman Ed's cousin, Mikey. He was just screaming it while we were going by Tailgate. While we were going by Tailgate, yeah. He goes, "I'm Fireman Ed's cousin! I'm Fireman Ed's cousin!" Everyone's like, I mean, he's in a golf cart getting VIP treatment with the helmet. Everyone's like, "Yeah!" He's fucking loving it.
You got a helmet?
Dude,
What a
he's
wild
fucking.
man.
We're on Discord with everyone. Ask Addison. I'm doing it live. I'm Fireman Ed's cousin. I'm Fireman Ed's cousin. Over and over.
He was a blast.
Awesome. So now you just get to the tailgate, and thank God there was a chair. You know, it's a big party. Gotham City, you know, Claudio and then others do a great job over there. There were some chairs around. They were able to put Bobby in a chair, and Jake said it. Others have said it. It was like a line with Santa Claus. People were lined up to just go see Bobby, take a picture of Bobby, say hello to Bobby. Everyone was like, "Bobby's here. Where's Bobby?" People would be like, "Hey, Nick, how are you?" Like, I got a couple of people like saying hi to me, introducing themselves, and they're like, "Did Bobby make it?" I'm like, "Right over there." Bobby, which one is it? He's the one sitting in the chair. He's the only one sitting at the whole tailgate. You can't miss him. He's the guy with the orange shirt on at a Jet Texans game. You'll find him. It wasn't hard to find.
You can't miss him.
Mikey had, when I got there, it was right after 5 o'clock. So this was around 3:45. I think you guys were there. An hour in, I come over. Bobby's already a little bit, right, Nate? That a little bit.
A little high.
Nate, you alive?
With a screwdriver.
A little high.
Little high. Little high.
A little high.
That's all he said the whole day. I'm a little high. Nick, come here. I'm a little high. That's all he said. He's hitting a blunt, choking, and saying, "Woo, that's good." Okay, all right. Now I'm a little high. A little high. That's all he said. A little high. Should change the name to his channel, Bobby Midnight. A little high.
I'm a little high.
A little high. I'm a little high. I heard it. I wasn't even with him the whole day. I heard it 20 times, easy.
Way more.
So
that's how he introduced himself to everyone.
Yes.
Bobby, I'm Altoona Sandwich from the chat. I'm a little high. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had ayahuasca.
And then
I had ayahuasca.
I come over and I give him a hug, and I look, and he's got a cup. I'm like, "Are you drinking?" "Well, yeah, I'm a little bit. I'm drinking a little bit." I go, "You didn't drink for 18 years. You come to a Jet game, and now you're smoking and drinking in the parking lot? Like, what the hell's going on?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it." Like, all right, man. Have a great time, dude. Now, Mikey is walking around, and the helmet the entire time
It's
is
cocked
like
to the
this.
side. Yeah.
I don't know how that thing didn't fall one time, Rick. It
Never
stayed.
moved.
It
Never
Every
never,
picture, it's cocked to the side.
it never fell. It never bounced to the ground. Nothing. It was like this the entire time. He's dancing. He's got his hands up in the air.
Energy.
He's spilling his drink
He was.
on himself, and it's splashing off of the helmet.
Yeah, Mikey.
Yeah, there it is. Hold on, Nate. Start that. Don't let the audio play. If there's music,
I'm not.
I love the
I'm
expression on his face in every picture is the same.
And I think me and Nate took video at the same time.
Look at
That's
that
it. The knee
expression on
bop.
his
That's the Mikey knee bop.
Oh, Rick, you had such a fabulous time.
So I'm going to be honest. I've said it. I've said it privately. This might be my first time saying it loud. I was a little worried about Mikey because sometimes Mikey is a little eccentric.
Rambunctious. Yeah, rambunctious.
He's a bit of a loose cannon.
Very good word. The combination of those two words is perfect. Very good, Clancy. Now, I was a little worried. You know, Bobby is Bobby. Bobby is the guy that we know. Bobby is the guy. We know Mike through Bobby, right? So Bobby is the connection. So I was a little worried about how the love for Bobby would transition to Mikey and how he would receive that. Mikey was a fucking rock star. Absolute rock star. And I think in a YouTube environment where people talk and other people got to listen, might not be his best environment. But in a fucking tailgate, dude, that guy's a rock star. He was, as he's walking around, he's cutting the line to just walk up. Can I get another drink? And everyone's just like, let this guy go, man. He's having the time of his life. Dancing by himself, going over to all the ladies. It was absolutely tremendous watching Mikey interact and watching people engage, interact, and receive Mikey's energy. It was fucking so cool.
It was.
All right, now the tailgate. Bobby looked like he had the time of his life. Yeah, there he is. Hold on. This is where the little bit started.
What is he smoking weed?
Yeah, baby.
He held court there. He sat there. Now, you might hear him say this. It's not true. But Nate, tell them the story on how Bobby thinks he did ayahuasca. Did I even say that right?
You said it. Well, you said it how Bobby said it, so that's perfect.
Well, that's the only way I heard it yesterday was from him telling me.
I take out a pre-roll that I got. Like when you go to the dispensary, Clancy, you know, they'll give you like a free one sometimes. Like you spend $50, there's a free pre-roll.
Yep.
So I smoked the little free one first. I take it out. He goes, "Is that weed?" And I was like, "Yeah, Bobby, it's a joint. Can I have some?" And I was like, "No problem. I'm about to light it." But so the joint has a black filter on the end, right? So I light it and give him a hit, blah blah blah, whatever, and we pass it around, Hawk, whatever's there. We're done, and then he's like, "You got any more of that? Like, you got any more of that?" Basically, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to whip out." So I take out this other one. It's like the normal pack of 5. It's got a white filter, so it blends in with the paper. So I light it, I give it to him, and he goes, "I'm gonna get it all wet. Like, I need the one with the filter. Like, what is this?" And I was like, "This little different, Bobby. This is like what Aaron smokes. This is ayahuasca." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then like he takes it back and goes, "This is way better. Oh wow, I'm having this time. This is so much fun." Like 3 hits later, he's just dancing. It's like, and all night you can ask anyone, "Where's Nate? I need more of that. What you call it? Waska. I need some of that. I need some of that ayahuasca. I want more of that. Oh my god!" And then everyone who comes, "I'm a little high. I smoked some of that waska." Yo, Rick Kent, I kid you not. We got the golf cart to the front of security, and he's talking to fucking everybody. We had to wait for Rob to get there. We're going through the metal detectors. Take everything out of your pocket. Bobby, Mikey, make sure you got your keys. Make sure you got your wallet. Put everything back. We're going through security. I'm a little high. I just had ayahuasca. The metal detector guys, everyone, they're like, great, have a great time. And he's just taking the free light from the guy. "I'm a little high. I just had ayahuasca."
I'm surprised they had wallets and stuff.
Yeah, everything.
Rick, they're very New York. They were tipping everybody. They were tipping everybody.
Sure. Mikey carried everything.
Mikey looks like a tipping time. Here, take this.
Yeah, he told every single security guard, "Bobby, take the keys out. I had ayahuasca," to every security guard.
He's so discreet.
Gabby,
there's no filter. You know that.
No, but especially Mikey. Whatever comes into Mikey's head, he blurts out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's what's so funny about him.
Hold on.
Vote Rex Ryan. Vote Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez, offensive coordinator.
Those pictures are so great.
Yeah, that's
Mikey.
That's what he wanted.
He's got that look on his face that.
Yo, Mikey has the best face in every photo. Every still shot is different and gold.
But it's the same expression. It's like this. His head is cocked and his mouth is going one way.
Just smile.
It's amazing.
And the hat, the helmet was going another.
Cock to the
The
side.
helmet sideways. Rick, listen, I
Look.
back when in the 90s, there would be people with helmets. You'd see them. You hear. I wore a hard hat as a cable guy. It falls off. It bounces. You get a little sweaty. It slips off. That fucking thing was suction cupped, or it was so tight that it cut off blood flow.
I'm so jealous that I wasn't there.
That's the straightest it was all night. That picture, Nate.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it was at the beginning. That's why.
I looked at that group picture and I saw so many familiar faces. I'm like, oh man, I wish I was there. It looked like such a good time.
We went and sat with them during halftime for like 10, 15 minutes.
They cleared out 2 people in the seats next to them, so Rob and I can sit back next to them again. They lasted 8 minutes. Go ahead and insert your joke, Nick.
I'm old man interneting. Hold on.
That's longer than most.
These 2 people kicked Rob and I out, and within 8 minutes, they couldn't deal with Mikey, and they fucking left. They left. They went. It wasn't, as soon as we got there.
Is Mikey worse to sit next to at a game than Weed?
No, but it was Mikey and then Bobby. So they were next to Mikey. They weren't even next to Bobby. They would have walked right out. They were next to Mikey, and you could see the guy whispering to his wife the whole time. I kept looking back like, you wanted this, bro. You could have sat in my seats down here. Like, you kicked me out.
I would have loved to sit next to Mikey at the game.
Like, less than 8 minutes later, Rick, they were like 4 seats in, right? They walked out, both of them together, and went right across the aisle and sat down 5 feet away.
Because there was seats. Yeah, you can move around like that. There were seats to be had.
So we jumped right back into theirs.
The Woodruff boys.
Yeah, it was. How was it with them during the game? Like, now the lower bowl, people stand up a lot. It's a lower incline. The mezzanine and the upper deck, you don't really have to stand up because it's steeper. So how was it when like the crowd was standing up, Nate? Like, were they getting up to watch it, or were they just looking up at the video board? How was that?
There was like a group of old folks in front of them, and then there was a big group of like Texans fans, 2 rows up and 3 rows up, who had minimal reason to stand all night. And like, as long as they had clearance for like, 6 rows in front of you, you could still see stuff, even if people in front of that were standing. So they were in a good spot. Like, where I was a couple feet over, people were standing the whole time in front of them. They would have been screwed. They got really lucky with that. But Nick, do you want to hear the pregame? Not so we don't skip any moments.
I do. I'm trying to add something here, and I have difficulty. Go ahead, please. Help me out. Take over. You know what? Go. Let me.
What is he singing?
He's got his hat off, so probably the anthem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobbing his head back and forth.
Digs it.
At the tailgate, he goes, they're playing music. They got a DJ. DJ did a great job. Bobby's like, hey, go get me the microphone. I want to sing New York, New York. I'm like, listen, like, we would love that, but you got to remember, there's a couple hundred people here. I don't think they all know who you are, and I don't know if they want the party to come to a stop. But Bobby being Bobby, I go, all right, let me see what I can do. Where the fuck did it go?
They did.
All right, I got to take myself out of here for a minute. Nate, keep telling stories. Clancy, you add to it. Rick, enjoy. Give me 2 minutes. I'm trying to add something.
Or was I in storytelling mode? I guess essentially at the national anthem.
Well,
Bobby sat next to Phenom.
Tailgate. Yeah.
That got lucky. Bobby sat next to Phenom because, like I said, Mikey cleared 2 people out, and Bobby definitely would have done the same. Bobby cleared out the people in front of him. They were like rearranging seats because the guy didn't want to, like, Bobby just every 5 seconds, once he couldn't talk to us, would just tap him on the shoulder. Hey, do you know that woman over there? And the guy just couldn't deal with it. But that guy, his wife or someone he came with, was just entirely fascinated with Bobby. Like, the whole time she was just facing Bob. So like, they switched seats so she could be closer to Bobby, and then she was close. I don't know. I thought she was an Asmaniac because she was talking to Bobby so much, And then Bobby was like, yeah, those are my friends over there, like Rob and them. No, but then she was like, wait, why did you guys pick them up? Like, she literally was looking at us like we were like kidnapping them. You know, like she was like, how do you know these men? Like, what are they involved picking you up like for the game? And we were, and I those are my friends. Those are my friends, Rob and Nate. And then like, but how do you know them? Why did they pick you up in an Uber to go to the game? And we were like, we're all on a YouTube channel. Like, it's this YouTube. We know them from blah 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 blah. And she was like, okay, like,
but you'd never met him in person before. Did you tell them that part?
No, I was actually watching the game. I wasn't turned around talking to this woman. Rob was hitting on her the whole time in front of her. It was great. Rob was like, "Yo, she loves me, bro." Which she did. She had no interest in the game. Was talking to Rob, talking to Mikey, and the husband was just kind of like out of it. So,
well, Rob is a very engaging fellow. He
Yeah,
is. I love Rob.
It was a time.
Rob said in the chat that Mikey told you guys that he loved you like 478 times.
Oh yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for the help.
He told me he loved me within 5 seconds of talking to me on Bobby's show once.
He's got a lot of love to go around.
He does. He's a loving guy.
He really is. I'll wait till the end because I got the last part of the night with the two of them.
Oh, can't wait.
There wasn't too. I mean, we almost thought for a second because we were gonna kick out of seats, and I was like, maybe we should move up. Rob was like, maybe we should move upstairs so we can all sit together. I was like, bro, Bobby is not like. He's gonna probably peeing in his fucking seat if he has to. He's not getting up until he has to.
Yeah, he's not
until the game's over.
They had a wheelchair. A wheelchair brought him in from when we went in. We got him a wheelchair. Took the elevator up, talking to everyone. The elevator guy looked like someone from King of Queens, and he saw him 3 times, and he just like. You look like that guy from the King of Queens. You could be famous. What are you doing? Like, you know. And we went back in the elevator on the way down, and he goes, "Rob, this is that guy." And the elevator guy's like, "Oh, here we go again." Like in like a joking manner. It's like, you know who you look like? And he's like, "Yeah, you told me I look like the guy from the King of Queens." And he's like, "You do." And then Rob was like, "Yeah, well, you think he'd be doing the elevator if he was the guy from the King of Queens? Like, no offense, but he."
Think you'd be a fucking elevator man?
No offense, my dad drove an elevator. Oh, it was so great.
You think he'd have some low life job like elevator operator? No offense, pal.
Yeah, Bobby had the ayahuasca. He couldn't move much.
There wasn't too much action in the game because he did mention the ayahuasca maybe 7 times throughout the game. That was the only time he called me over, like. Because I was like 3 seats over, and Nate like that ayahuasca. I was like, really?
How was the second half? He must, finally we started scoring points, and the second half must have been way funner. Because we went over there at halftime, and he's like, "We got to pick it up." First half was sorry.
Listen,
I mean, bro, Bobby had no fucking. Bobby, as soon as he came out, was like. The white team came out, which was the Texans, and he goes, "You guys just told me the Jets are wearing black, and I was cheering for white. What am I doing? I'm so stupid."
He did say that. He told me that.
There was a lot of that going on.
Holy cow. I was watching the game, and when Corley, I thought, scored, I started to text you, Nate, and I was going to say, where's that been all season? And then they go, he dropped the ball before he got over. And I just put my phone away. I'm like,
yeah, I couldn't believe it either.
Jake West beat you to it. Jake West called me, like, as they're reviewing it. "I can't fucking believe it, Nate. I didn't even celebrate. I can't fucking believe it. I saw it. He dropped the ball. I can't fucking do this, bro." And I'm just like, fuck. I didn't even know what happened. And he called me and was like, and telling me all that. It was
totally.
Well, I didn't realize either. I was starting to react, and then the announcer said, Herb Street said, "It looks like he dropped the ball before he got in the end zone," and I was like, "What?" And he did. Sure enough.
And at least 7 Coors Light under Bobby's seat. Was that on over $100 in beer? If he would have drank more in the game, he would have been fucking dead. No, that's why.
Yeah, he wasn't drinking during the game. Yeah.
He didn't even have two full screwdrivers, but yeah, it was all pretty shocking. Like he couldn't. I mean, he could barely walk when I first met him, but then like after the fucking 2 screwdrivers and 5 joints, he was wobbling anywhere he went. It was just,
I think he wobbles anyway when he walks, right?
There was no forward movement when he was like at times he was so crossfaded.
Hey, Rob said in the chat that they couldn't walk more than a foot.
Ayahuasca.
Man, that must have been some time. Look at that.
I've been trying to add this to the videos on StreamYard, but Gator sent this to me. He looped it, and I saved as an image, and I can't get it to add to the videos.
That's a great,
if you saw
GIF.
Gator, if you saw 8 beers underneath Coors Lights, that was the kid 25s. Those were his.
I was
8
gonna
Coors
say
Lights.
it, Nick. I was gonna say it.
Wait.
Nick, I'm dying for him to find your channel, bro. That's gonna be a great.
Hey, you don't want that kid in here. Trust me.
Yeah, but Nick won't hold back. Nick won't hold back, unlike others.
Listen, I got to tell you, Nate, I told you in the text, I chatted 2 things when he
I know
was on
that's why I was
Connor's
like,
channel.
"What are you doing, bro?"
And the guy went fucking nuts. He went nuts when I wasn't around while I was sleeping. He was on Connor's channel, and he was reading from a script and yelling and screaming and ranting and raving, and he was going on about 10 minutes. And all I wrote was, "Is this guy going to talk all night?" And then and he saw it and he commented about it. He goes, "Oh, let me get through the rest of my bullet points because this guy Rick is getting antsy." And I just went, "Dude, I'm leaving because of you." That's exactly what I wrote. "Dude, I'm leaving because of you." And I clicked it off and I went to bed. And I didn't think twice about it. And I wake up about 4:00 in the morning and I couldn't sleep anymore. So I popped on Jake's show because I didn't watch it live. And the next thing I know, this guy's on. I'm like, holy shit, it's this idiot from Connor's show. And then next thing I know, he goes, "And to Rick Kid, fuck you." And I was like, huh? And I was like half asleep. And then Jake clicked him off and went off on him. And
then I'm making comments in the chat. I don't know if you're watching.
I couldn't see the chat. The chat wasn't available, so I didn't see the chat.
Sometimes it takes a bit after it gets
It
uploaded.
takes like 24 hours. So then Nate comes on and starts ripping the guy, a new asshole, and they put him on together, and Nate's just destroying him. And long story short, I watched it again this afternoon to see the chat, and I have to tell you, I was very moved by the support I got out of the chat, and I don't want to get emotional, but it was amazing, and I was very.
May I step in for you? You're an asshole. We're assholes. Assholes unite.
Yes.
You know, there were two things that stood out for me from the chat. Rob V said, "Rick Kent sleeps guys like you," which I thought was hilarious. And Jay Graves said, "Is it me or is this guy looking in 2 different directions at the same time?" And I thought that was amazing also.
The UAA.
Yeah, dude. Who are you to talk shit about Rick?
Rob, I saw
we
you
can
threaten
talk
that kid.
shit about Rick if we choose to talk shit about Rick, but we do it in love. Who the
Rob,
fuck
I
are you?
appreciate it.
You don't even
I
get to
appreciate
speak Rick Kent's name, dude. You are
I
nobody.
appreciate everybody. It was very
Can you
moving
put Rob
to me.
V's comment on stream? Are you even allowed to say that on YouTube?
I think it's a crime in a few states to talk like that.
A few states. We don't know. Boomtown can add that later because it's not a crime up there. They don't commit crime up there, so there's no crime.
He made several references to sleeping the guy.
Rick, did you stay
Yeah,
to
I
see the
think that's
end
not-
when he came back on sleeping when he was
Yes,
sleeping?
I did see that, and
Oh,
you
that's great.
handled
Yeah.
that perfectly.
And then
And he started screaming again. The guy's a maniac.
He came out of a deep sleep to be. What the fuck are you talking about?
You know,
It was
well,
amazing.
I don't know what that kid is auditioning
you know who he is,
for.
right?
Who is he?
Do you know who that is?
No.
Oh my
That's
God.
Mikey in a time machine when he was 25, just randomly
Yeah,
yelling
exactly.
at people, sucking down Coors Lights.
It might be. I don't know what that kid thinks he's auditioning for, but don't do it on my time, man. I don't want to watch that.
Yo, Jake West nailed it, bro. He wants to be Alan, or what's his name, or
Gary.
Gary.
But
Yeah,
he even mentioned it. But
he gave a
the
$20
difference between-
super chat, and then he dropped a $50 super chat and
To
just
be on
said,
first.
"Let me in."
Let me in. Yeah, he's trying to buy his way in.
Well,
Also,
what do you think? You're at a strip club, you throw $50 and just say, "Let me in," and it happens?
Also,
Well, yeah, it does work like that. To be fair, he was on first.
Yeah, he won a
I'm
bunch of
not
money
going to
on
deny.
it
I'm
on
not
the
going to deny.
parlay.
he didn't
sometimes
win
less.
on a parlay.
Sometimes
He
you don't even need the
lost.
full
Jake
50.
Jake cut
You
him
get
off because he
changed.
lost the parlay.
Yeah, before that, he said he hit.
Genergy, thank you. You're a sweetheart. The difference between this kid and Gary and Allen is Gary and Allen take the criticism, and this kid can't.
Brigham,
all
bro,
I
this
said is,
chat
hey,
is
I'm
amazing.
losing because of you. You know, fuck him.
Dave Brigham said his money's no good.
Everybody was hilarious. Everybody went after him. It was great.
He didn't know the troubled waters he was wading into.
Dave is amazing.
And now it's a fork in the road for this guy, right? You either embrace the roast as like an initiation, or you fight it and become a villain to us forever. Like, it's your call from here. You had your
He doesn't
moment,
know what to do.
and now
He
you
doesn't know
either
what to
embrace it and say like it humbles you, and now you're
Yo,
welcome, or
you
you
know what?
become a bigger asshole. You have
He was
Hawk
he was
made a great point.
no
He was
fucking
reading-
way.
Go, Rick, sorry.
Why are we
He was-
spreading lies on this channel?
he was reading off a script. He said the same exact thing on Connor's show that he said on Jake's show, word
When
for
did he
word.
say it?
He
I'm
was-
looking for it. He said it in here.
Well, he said he had a list of things that he wanted.
No,
He
no,
did say
not
it.
yeah,
here, not
script
in
that
here.
he was reading.
Oh, all right. I'm looking for the chat, the comment to put
No,
it up.
Hawk was saying. Hawk said last night that he might be like a Twitch streamer or some type of streamer that's doing this for his own content. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's got
And I
a
was like, ew,
fancy mic.
Exactly.
So
He's-
then he can
he's-
share
yeah.
the clips. Yeah, you got the microphone
Yeah,
and
yeah, you
stuff
know what I'm
already. You're like, you're gonna create your clips. You're
And I was
gonna
like,
put it
that's
out on
interesting, Hawk.
TikTok and shit. You're gonna tag Jake and at Jake and get bigger.
He was on Bobby's
views
show the
from
other
it.
day, Rick.
Yeah, he said he was talking to Alan and Gary on Bobby's show. I listen, the Bobby show's on while I'm working. I can't do it very often.
Yeah.
This kid missed. He
I know.
missed.
He's
He
making
missed like a
his way
buffalo
in.
kicker, big fella. He was wide right. He missed, dude.
Making
He
his
missed
way
like
in.
Greg Zerline. He hit the upright. He doinked
Too
it.
soon. Too soon.
Big-
Too soon.
Big fella, you're the best.
Oh, you're
man.
roll, Rick. Too soon, buddy.
Hey, I saw those
Amy
pictures.
Fairbairn.
He's the huge fella, not the big fella. He's no way wears an extra large. I'm with Gary.
I checked his,
That's one of my favorite things.
There
ever.
we
Gary
are. Everyone defended Rick, and now he says he's with Gary, and it's like, you lost this, pal.
That's
He's back.
that's
He's
one of my
back.
favorite things I've ever seen. Gary going after big fella about the size of his shirt.
The big fella's not fat at all.
No, he's a big
I gave him
fella.
a hug. I gave him a hug, then I checked his tag, and when I gave him a hug, goodbye for
Was
Gary.
it XL?
I'm
I
kidding.
so
I
wish
just I
was
grabbed it, and
I know. I know.
but yeah, he's not that big. He's like a regular looking guy. He's just tall as fuck.
Yeah, he's just
He's
tall.
tall.
Big,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
6'3".
Tall and strong, thick in a strong way. No diddy.
Oh,
But
so good.
Anybody who was here that was in Jake's chat last night, thank you all. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. You guys are the best.
Don't mention.
It's a fucking
We're all
Listen,
family, Rick.
Hey, man, you're a good dude, and you're one of us. And if someone, like you said, someone said earlier, you go at one of us, we all come at you.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Listen,
But yeah,
kinda
man,
said
you're a good guy.
But he doesn't.
I'm looking for the helmet. Can we get the Brees Hall helmet on display up there on like the
It's
the
on
kitchen
another
rack or
shelf. Here, I'll
something?
get it.
No, well, Rick, don't display the helmet for you to see. Display the helmet for us to see.
Absolutely,
beauty.
ISU.
The beauty.
I had a hard time finding the autograph. I had to shine a light on it to see it because it's
I think
signed with
the
a black
big fella,
pen.
Nick, and myself can make a formidable line. I don't know, Clancy, Nate. I know they did this. Boomtown did this content creator football team. Who you putting a quarterback, guys?
He had
Oh, yeah.
Bonesy at
I mean-
quarterback.
Well, what kind of offense?
We
do
don't
got?
know what it looks like. We don't look like it looks like in a playbook, but he at least has DeMarcus Russell's arm. I don't know what the decision making looks like, but he kept backing Rob up, and then Rob was coming up, 10 yards short.
Oh, I tend to like my decision making. There's one I just made.
Yeah,
there's
Nick,
the autograph.
Nick's a spread. Bombs away, QB.
Nice.
I don't have any room to put it on this side of that.
All right, I'm teasing you.
I'll run the read options.
I had it in a place of honor next to my statue of Alfred E. Newman.
Yeah,
Like it.
nice.
Rob V. Shout out to Rob. Rob was
Rob V's the
standing
man.
in the way of 40-yard missiles coming right at his head. And man, he was Nate looked at me at one point. He's like, Jesus Christ. I'm throwing 40-yard bombs to Rob. Not loft, right? Nate, they were bullets, right? Right here.
I wasn't shocked, though. Listen, I was with Rob for 2 games. Anytime that man has a drink or anything in his hand, he fucking spills it on his white pants. It looked like he murdered someone last night. Like, he has terrible hands. The guy just has terrible hands. He's a great QB, but he had coffee, alcohol, soda, like everything was on his pants.
So Brees Hall or Nicholas Shine Jr.
Irrelevant. Erroneous on all counts. Doesn't matter. You got the helmet. Enjoy it.
I got it. I love it.
Just don't Google Brees Hall's actual signature, and we'll leave it there. Okay, pal?
Don't worry about it.
Boom, we may have to make a Shiners all 22.
Big fella crazy. Everybody drinking my shirt size last night. I'm going to share this interaction with Rob. You guys know that I'm sober. I've had some sober time, and I have it. Rob, I'm telling this fucking story. I hope that you're okay. You mentioned that you were drinking. I look at Rob, and I'm like, I see Bobby drinking, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then Rob's sitting next to him with a cup in his hand. I go, you're drinking? I go, what the fuck? He goes, yeah, I don't do drugs. All right. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he's sober from that.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. I'm like, I did like a double gasp. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, because even one time I went to like pass him. I'm like, you're not blazing, right? And then like I look and he's drinking. I was like, oh.
It's
Robbie is a good man.
He's the
it
best.
was a very, very interesting day on all counts, and I'm glad that they won. I said this to Gator because I drove Gator to his hotel, and I'm like, you know how many times I've been to a game, and like on the ride home, you're like, oh, it was a great day, and then the game started. It was a great day, aside from the Jets. Like, we got the win on top of a great day, which just adds to it, right?
After an awful first half, we were halfway there.
3 quarters.
And then
it was 10-7 at the end of 3.
Yeah, everything turned in the second half.
That was me in London. I had the best time, and then the Jets lost.
Yep. So, yeah, we hung out after the game in the parking lot for an hour, all of us.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Everyone, Bobby, Nate, Nick, Rob, everyone, Metro, Gator.
Have you ever met someone like Rob V who types all the U's and puts the U's like he's when he says it? I fucking love it, bro. I love all the U's. Use guys.
Yes,
these Utes.
Listen, when he was starting up with Nick and he goes, hey, 6'3", don't scare me. That's the best. Man.
Yeah, Rick, where were you? You didn't have my back that day. I had yours.
I was right there, man.
I am messing with you.
Don't scare me. I was enthralled with the whole thing. First of all, I knew he was kidding.
Where are we going here? All right, here's what I got to do.
Boomtown definitely learned a lot tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy for them. Oh, man. Oh, it's a... Oh, Gator. I'll be back. You guys talk. Gator dropping bombs right now in the email for me. Let me get this added.
Yeah, he's got all types of pictures and videos.
We're going to save any conversation for the parking lot at the end till I get back. Please don't reference that. Discuss anything you want.
You got it.
So what happened in the parking lot at the end? No, I was just kidding.
Son of a bitch. There's always
Just
one.
There's one in every crowd, and it's usually me.
It's a visual. and it's a visual you'll enjoy.
You talk about Rob V said Nick can throw it further, but in a game he has no chance.
Rob V is now also a drunk, in my opinion. So we don't value his opinions in any way, shape, or form.
I knew that would get Nick back.
Rob V's 6'2" himself, right? 6'1".
Rob V can throw it, bro. When we were playing with Jay Quest and we were running routes with his son and shit, he was fitting it in. Like, yeah, he could fucking throw it. Anyone who was asked to throw with Rob V last night, they would catch it and be like, "Oh shit!" Like I was trying to toss the football around, and he would look at me like, "Yo, watch this," and would try to fuck the guy's fucking hands up.
Well, wasn't he a quarterback in high school, Rob V?
Oh yeah. No, Rob can throw it, bro. Robkin's like the first one he threw me while I was running went off my fucking hands, and I was like, "Oh, he's like throwing the football."
Yeah. I don't need to catch that. I don't need any broken fingers at this point in my life.
You know what? Well, after I dropped them off at the hotel, I did see a shuttle parked there. So I think they must have just got something mixed up. I was thinking about it earlier when you were telling the story.
Clancy, nobody else was dealing with them besides us.
Yeah. Oh no, I know that.
Listen,
I'm talking. That was like only had a slim door. That one, maybe that wasn't.
Yeah. There was
if anyone's gonna miss a bus, it's those two guys.
Yeah.
How long did they stay there in Newark? Like 2 hours?
Basically.
Yeah. It wasn't until like close to 2 o'clock. It was like almost 2 hours, and I was like, "What have you been doing for?" And I tried to call them at like between 12 and 1 when they were there, and the phone kept on voicemail. Like I didn't know what he was doing during that time.
I'm surprised.
But I mean, I guess they made the right decision by not. Yeah, I know. I told him go inside because I was like, at this point, I was like, I'm just gonna take the pass train and go get him because I was like, what do you mean you're just standing on the corner in Newark and like with your just and you're not gonna pay for the taxi? Like you decided you're not gonna pay for the taxi. Like go inside. Like there's no reason for you tied to just be standing there looking around in the middle of Newark. Like
I'd be afraid to get kidnapped like Charles. Charles wouldn't go to that Mexican restaurant because his parents were afraid he'd be kidnapped. That's the
imagine Charles called and said he's outside the Newark train station.
Funniest thing about that was King Losky and Chad going, who would want to kidnap Charles? Yeah, that kid 25 yelled at King Losky also. That kid's really fucked up.
And he's coming in hot. Yeah.
Yeah, Metro was amazing, bro. Metro bought fucking gifts for everyone. First time meeting him.
Wow.
And now from Vermont, his son was there. It was his first time. His son's birthday is today, so basically at the stroke of midnight, got to celebrate with them after the game and put Bobby in the back of. Well, I don't know if we want to get to the end of the story. I won't get to the end of Clancy's story.
Oh yeah,
Tom, I'm with you. I would kidnap Mikey, but not Bobby.
Mikey was stellar, bro. Mikey could come to a game on his own. Like he would just hop on the train.
Yeah, he was fine.
Oh, it was tremendous, Rick. He was rubbing up on every girl at the beer pong tables, and he just went over there and was just dancing with them, and then they would all high five, and he would just put his hands up and get all the high fives from everyone, and would just come over like, these girls love me, they all love me.
When that girl Noelle kissed him on the cheek, he turned his head. He tried to get her on the lips.
Oh, he tried to pull a fast one.
Oh yeah, I saw him turn. Yeah, he tried to turn.
When I first saw that video, I'm like, what kind of sloppy drunk chick is this? But then I saw her. She was kind of cute, actually.
No, she was very nice.
She was all in. She loved it. She was about to. She wanted the link to their text. She wanted me to text her the link to their YouTube because she doesn't have the YouTube app. She's like, I have to be on their show. Like, they're the sweetest people ever. Like, I'm so serious. Blah blah. That's why she kept going back up to them and was giving them more kisses and like did that like a third time. Was like, I'm Noelle. I love you. And yeah, she was having a blast.
She's a good sport, that's for sure.
Yep, totally.
It was her first Jets game too.
It's so funny seeing those two guys together, Bobby and Mike. And Bobby's right. You see them in the picture. Bobby is taller than Mike.
Bobby took a big old hit of that.
This is so funny watching him dance. Where do you get a Jets hard hat?
I was talking so much, not realizing I wasn't in here.
You can get one.
All right.
You were muted?
No, I had myself removed so I can add this. Gator, if you're still watching, the most recent one that you sent me, It's too large, but I'll get it in here another way right now. That's
So she said.
what I said. That's what I said. So now we're afterwards. We're hanging out. We wait for the crowd to clear out so we can get Bobby out in the wheelchair, nice and easy. One of the security guys brings Bobby down through the elevator. We go outside and we get him as far as we can get him in the wheelchair, which is the front of Lot F, which is the first parking lot near the 50-yard line MetLife entrance. Now, we say to Clancy, I'm like, all right, you're in this lot. You get your car. You're going to drop them off. You just pull up. All right. Some people are wandering around still. You know, most of the lot is empty. And these young kids come over, and they're all in, the guys and the girls are in their referee outfits. Noelle comes up to Jay Graves, and Jay Graves is the first one to talk to her. And it's like, hey, can you come take a picture? Now, I didn't know Noelle's name. I just was calling her Sweet Cheeks. You'll see why.
Yeah. Charming.
And I mean, I'm it's an easy nickname to pick out. And after they take the picture, I go over and I say, in my charming Nick way, I go, hey, how are you? I'm like, we got two of our friends here. They're from out of state. They're down here, and you know, they're really cool guys. They're special people, and we would love for you to come over, talk to them, maybe take a picture with them. It would make their night. They would lose their mind over you. I go, I'm going to be completely honest with you. They have no filter. They're both a little high and drunk, and they are the two horniest fucking men walking the face of the earth.
They may maul you a little bit. Like
he
a
goes,
pit bull.
oh my God, I'd love to. She's like, I'll come over right now. She comes over, and Bobby goes, oh, hi. He gets all excited. Mikey basically looked like Breece Hall running over people to get next to them. The creepiest one of all was Rob V trying to slide in on the whole situation. That was fucking great.
Rob the man.
Gator just sent it again. So she's great. Absolutely incredible. I'm looking for the pictures.
I'll never forget her
But
face,
she's
Nick.
taking pictures with them. She's taking pictures with them. And let's add this. Present. I'm getting better at this. I'm getting a little better at this.
Yeah, Mikey pushed Metro Funny out of the way.
That's Noelle with Bobby and Mike. Here's Bobby.
What's that stain on the front of Bobby's shirt?
That's not my shadow of my head on Bobby. That is an absolute. That's my head.
Oh,
with the light from the parking lot.
It looked like a stain. I was like, what did he spill on himself?
Yeah, but that's actually Bobby, because Bobby Midnight was pointing at Midnight during this photo.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of video coming forth with this, but here is the reason for the nickname.
Look at that.
Superstar, Noelle.
Double.
Absolute superstar. Gave them kisses on cheeks, hugging them. They didn't want to leave. Their Uber got there. Her friends are trying to drag her away. I go over to the group, and I'm like, hey, that's they're young kids. So I'm like, all right, young kids, look. Like, they're on YouTube. I go over, you guys watch YouTube? They're like, yeah. I'm like, you know, Jake Asman, like, he's ESPN radio and everything. He go, wow, who's that? I'm like, you're at a Jet game, 20 years old, and you don't, what are we doing here, guys? I'm like, all right, they're probably watching like fucking Teletubbies on YouTube, these kids. So I was like, that's Bobby Midnight. I'm like, will you guys go over there and be like, hey, Bobby Midnight, we know you from YouTube. They go over, they play in it. They were great. They were absolutely great, and it was such a great nightcap to have the interaction with them and have it all. It was so good. It was so. It was very. It was so good.
She works at Foot Locker.
foot jokes, huh, Rick? You son of a bitch.
No, Foot Locker, the shoe store. That's how they used to
No.
dress there. They used to dress
They
like
still do.
referees.
They still do.
Is this still open?
Yeah, I was there the
I
other
haven't
day.
seen a
Actually.
Foot Locker in a
Yeah, I haven't
while.
seen a Foot
I've seen a
Locker in a
Foot
long
Locker
time.
outlet.
I was there the other day.
This is pretty cool. Oh, let me close that.
You guys are animals in the chat.
Yes, they are.
Yep. Sometimes I think I shouldn't do things because I think they'll behave well, but then I'm like, you know what? I don't behave well. Why would I expect them to?
Yeah, that's a great picture. I saw that picture. I didn't notice the Wolverine mask. I thought Clancy was dressed like Freddy Krueger for a second.
Nate, can you send it to me on Discord privately?
No, I can't send anything on Discord. I can text it to you. I'm gonna try to text it.
Can you clip it? No, because then I got to get it on. If you can clip it, maybe to just like the key parts and
Rob,
shorten
there's
it.
all different types.
Here's my favorite pick of the day, the group photo.
Great,
yeah, it's great.
Again.
Gator.
The guy all the way to the right, Ben from Germany, went to London and then here. 56 in front of him to outside of Clancy is RD Pug. He's in the channel. John LG is back there. Peter's next to Nate. Hawk, Rob V.
Those guys I
The big
recognize,
fella,
Peter
his
and
wife,
Rob V.
Chef Evan.
Yeah.
We're on the left. I keep wiggling my mouse like these people could see my mouse. Is Gator with the red shirt, me, Leany, Mikey, Jay
Lee
Gray,
Van in the front also.
Bobby, Clancy,
We can see her mouth.
Nikki, and Jake. I'm impressed that I remembered everyone. I stuck with names. Great crowd. Absolute awesome group photo. And the best part, as pointed out by everyone else, was Bobby not even looking at the picture, just kicking it to Jay Graves.
Oh yeah. Bobby loves the ladies.
Here's the big fella. These are some of Leany's photos. Leany go up 2 steps onto a bus so she could take the picture and be in the photo with me. She's tiny. She's like 4'10" on a good day.
Yeah,
I think she was a little
really
overselling herself at 4'11". She is petite. She's a little one.
It's in your DMs, Nick.
Guy was telling her he smokes ayahuasca.
This
Nick,
now.
give her the ayahuasca.
This is after in the parking lot. I don't know. Clancy with a whole bunch of photos. Awesome. Here was Rex Ryan. Kid in the crowd was Rex. He had the headset. Everything will things and rebuilding since 1969. Genergy, Jay Graves, Leany, John. Awesome picture.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff in here too, I thought. Oh, here it is. Ladies' night. Awesome. Good stuff. Very good night. Very, very good night.
Rob, I would have called her a Foot Locker girl too. I would have tried to buy shoes off of her.
Rob has searched on Instagram 700 accounts with the name Noelle today, I've heard. Trying to find her.
Nobody got her number?
Nate, maybe.
Don't worry about it, Clancy.
I like it.
Well, I knew from when Nate said he had her number because
Oh,
he said she
we're
asked him
back,
to text
Nate?
her the link.
I sent it to you.
I'm opening it now. All right. Here we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob V getting stiff-armed into oblivion.
Oh, wait. Ask if she'll take a picture with the birthday boy.
Oh my God.
Yo, Rob.
Oh, Bobby pulled him right off.
He's like, yeah, hell yeah.
That's all the way, guys. Yeah. They're firemen and everybody.
Fireman and his cousin. Yo, this shit
Who's
is
that guy in the Breeze jersey?
That's Metro's son.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going back to Bobby Mon.
Yeah, Janet, you tell him.
Look at that helmet back to the side.
Bobby, your leg?
For the win. To live in. Jay and all of them talking shit. I don't like weird, like,
Hey, Bobby pushed Rob V off out of that scene like he was nothing.
That was
He
great.
just manhandled him.
That stiff-armed into oblivion.
Exactly.
Nick has no shame. What did I do that I have no shame in my game, Rob?
Yeah, when you said that, he slid in trying to spit game to her.
Oh yeah, he was like, "Can I get a kiss too?" Like, she's like, dude.
She's like, "Yeah, call the police."
But I'm telling you, I saw multiple kisses, like to Bobby and Mike. Like she was absolutely tremendous with them. She read the room, she read the situation, and she was fucking great. She was absolutely amazing. Like for something to get thrown at you like that, superstar, absolute fucking
You get thrown
superstar,
between those two guys.
Yep.
and embrace it.
It was pretty. It was a potential traumatic situation for her, but she handled it well.
It might be when she sobers up and looks on her phone that she has to take all the pictures and videos with too.
Oh yeah. Don't forget she was a little drunk, right?
She will have no clue.
Today she's like, I did what?
What a Halloween.
Maybe she thought they were in costume. That they're really 6'2".
And Giant fans. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Well, Bobby's a Giant fan for sure.
Bobby's first golf cart driver was a Giants fan. They had a nice conversation.
Yeah.
Oh.
His golf cart driver, Alan.
Did he look like somebody from King of Queens?
You muted me. Oh, you were muted.
No, but I'm sure he knows where he's from and where his family's from, and it was a long golf cart ride.
Well, I got a friend like that. Gets everybody's life story.
We got a lot of information.
Yeah, God bless those kids.
Oh, Jay Graves, that makes a lot of sense. If Noelle was a pre-K teacher,
yeah,
she's good with kids.
She's got patience. Yeah.
Yeah. But she knows how to talk to them to keep them calm. Because that Mikey's
she
very
works
excitable.
with some of her kids are special needs kids.
Mikey's extremely excitable, so you
we
need someone to talk to him.
He was even keeled.
Searched out for a better person to be a part of that moment than her. That's just a gift from God blessing this community.
She was cool.
She was great. Absolutely great. All right. I got work in the morning. Last day of soccer.
Addison, WCA.
Hey, there he is.
WCA, baby.
Do that again.
WCA.
I need that in a video. Please, somebody clip that. I need that, man.
That's a little LA secret handshake between Addy and
that's how That's how you get into the underground clubs.
All right. What about
Rick.
the end of the parking lot hangout?
Yeah. What about the end? We saved it for you.
That was the
It
end.
wasn't-
Oh, was that
wasn't
Noel?
up
That
to-
was the parking lot.
No, we're getting them in the car. The two of them in the car.
Oh. So Clancy pulls up with basically
With
a
his motorcycle.
Honda Miata.
Like a smart car.
What is the car, Clancy?
It's a VW EOS.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
It's a lot bigger than a Miata.
All right. Well, it's
taller
close.
than a Jetta.
It's close. I was leaning on the wheels to make sure it would hold Bobby and Mike. Like I was putting some weight on there to make sure it just wouldn't. I didn't want Clancy to pull away and
front wheels would pop
everything. So he pulls up, and we're looking at him right away. We're teasing him because we're looking. Bobby and Mike have some difficulty moving, getting into the golf cart. I'm like,
it's a low car.
Like, Clancy, we can get them in this car. How the fuck are you going to get them out at the hotel?
How you got to get them out? You got to push from
all
the
yours,
inside.
pal. Go ahead.
We got Mike. We put Mikey in the back behind shotgun, and Bobby sat in shotgun. And again, it's a small car, but when you sit in the back, if you're flush up against it, it's a little roomier than it looks like, right? But Bobby, you gotta put the seat pretty far back and lean it, the back of it back. But whatever, we got him in. When we got to the hotel, the driveway is kind of leaning, towards the driver's side, and you're up on a semi-hill. So Bobby got out. He was fine.
Working against you completely.
There wasn't like much to grab on for Mikey to get out of the back. So he's trying to dip one leg outside first, and he's just struggling for a second. I was like, don't rush, take your time. I got in there and went back to the driver's side. And I was like, all right, let's do it again. And as he got up, put his one leg out, I was able to kind of just scoot his back up so he could get to his standing position and then dip his head and slide out of the car. We got him out.
You didn't have a rope or anything you could pull him out with?
No. Bobby might have hooked one arm for him, and I just kind of gave him a little shove from behind. But,
I didn't even want Mikey to get in the car, Clancy. I didn't think he was going to get out. I didn't think you were going to get him out. I honestly didn't think you were going to get him out. Because he had to come out of a backseat of a two-door car.
Yeah,
and he can't. I don't know.
Oh, it's
like
I should have took the top.
Rick,
down.
it was a two-door. He had to climb out of the back of a fucking.
Oh, it was a two-door car. I didn't realize that.
Dude, I thought they'd have to pry him out. Just tie some shit around him and just pull him.
Honestly,
I have a small car, but it's 4 doors at least.
Rick, just to give you a visual,
only 2 doors.
Picture me trying to get in or out of a size 10 shoebox. It's tight.
I should have dropped the top. He could have just climbed out.
It was 3 minutes away. I was gonna say put him in the fucking trunk and leave it open, bro.
Oh, it's a
there was no
convertible.
shot. Of
Can you imagine Mikey driving down Route 3 with his hands out with the helmet? I'm king of the world.
Yeah,
I'm Fireman Ed's cousin.
I'm Fireman Ed's cousin.
Jack Wilson.
Yeah, I should have dropped the top. I should have dropped the top. They would have liked it too. Driving.
Well, I didn't realize it's a convertible.
Yeah.
He's such a
No,
beach
it's not
guy.
It's a good little car, actually.
Yeah, but the dynamic is Mikey and Bobby,
Yes,
not the
yes.
car, right? Like
It's
for
not a
you,
big
there's
guy's
no
car.
issue. For Nate,
Believe me,
there's
my
no
dad was a
issue.
big guy. I know all about it. Yeah, like
For
it's not a
me,
big
like I
guy's
might
car.
be like, there might be
Yeah.
a lump with my head if I sat in the front seat of the room.
That would have been tough for Nick getting in and out of the back. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Oh, the back? I would have never got in.
Yeah, we were
That's
chilling.
easy.
That's what I mean. We didn't have to get Bobby in the car right away. We're like, all right, we're gonna hang here for a little bit. Then, like, I didn't want him to sit in the car while we were hanging out. He could have with the window down, but so he was just chilling, sitting on that little square, whatever it was, concrete. And yeah.
You did a good thing, Clancy, giving him a ride.
Oh yeah, I rode up solo. And the hotel
Rick,
was
you were
3
asleep.
minutes from the.
It gets better.
Yeah.
He brings them up to the room and comes on the Discord with them in the room, and the two of them are sitting on the side of the bed together with Clancy on the other bed facing them, just doing video. I was like, "Hey guys, you weren't aware of this when they picked you up, but welcome to the casting bed."
Yeah,
Bro, Rick, they sat there like your parents are like, you and your brother need to sit down and we need to have a talk.
Yeah, like we're being scolded.
We interviewed him.
They
Yeah,
both
we did an interview.
like sat on the side of the bed. Like, it was a good day. It was good.
We interviewed him post day interview.
Genergy update. They took the train into Newark. The hotel was Meadowlands Plaza, right over the turnpike there.
Yeah, Sea Caucus, right by the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't going to stay in Newark.
No.
Oh, I got him back there this morning. We took the Uber. Thank you, Metro. Thank you, Chef Kevin. Got them the Uber. They're arguing with me that we're gonna tip the. I go. I got the tip covered. I'm like, don't worry. I got everything.
They didn't tell me that, bro. They didn't tell me that.
Keep your money. I'm like, keep your money. And Mikey's yelling. I go, Mikey, shh, listen to me. I go, I got it covered. Don't worry about it. Keep your wallet in your pocket. You don't want your wallet falling out in the car. I got everything covered, guys. I could do it.
Did they get home okay? Have you heard from them? Did they get home okay?
I called Bobby around 8:30, and no answer. So I hope that means that the two of them are catching up. It's a long day travel, a long day out in the parking lot. Like, the good thing is he wasn't on his feet a lot. Like, he sat on the train, he sat in the parking lot, he sat on the golf cart, he sat in the wheelchair in and out of the stadium. He didn't walk a lot, but
at all.
I love my friend.
They were tired, though.
He's got to start walking. He's got to start walking.
They were tired. Yeah.
I talked to him at 4:30, and he was like an hour away from Vermont, and his buddy was gonna meet him and with the car and pick him up.
They make it to Vermont, they're fine.
Or wherever he was going, wherever the train was. He was out.
Great point. Energy, the great point. That's a lot. Plus all the weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
We might not hear from Bobby until like Thanksgiving. You guys wanted, you know what? If Jay, I hope Jay, Three Siblings, is still watching. You wanted a 24-hour stream. Instead, you got a 24-hour sleep. They're going to catch up. That's it.
I just hope they got home all right.
But they were out and about for probably 10 hours yesterday. You got 10 hours out of them out and about.
And they woke up at 5 a.m. They took an hour and a half car ride to Springfield, Mass. They get on the train. They're stuck in Newark for a bit.
At least they got on the train.
They get to the hotel. They don't even have time to like nap or recharge, you know. Then they go to the game. They're in the parking lot. Mikey quads must be like Quadzilla.
Oh, they were done by the end.
Just dancing, bouncing the whole time. His quads getting a nice little workout.
It was 2 a.m. when I left them. Yeah, so they got to sleep till like 9, hopefully.
He looks like he gets a workout just getting up out of a chair.
And they were up this morning. So like you said, you left at 2, and they were up. Bobby was calling me at 8:13 this morning.
Yeah, no, they were about to pass out, though. As soon as the interview was over, they were ready to hit it.
Press release. Bobby Midnight Show's on a break until further notice.
Genergy is the press agent for them.
I guarantee you Bobby's going to ask for ayahuasca. He's going to ask.
I asked Bobby if he wanted to come on tonight for the recap. I was like, if you're up for it. But right away, he goes, oh, yeah, you could go on tonight. And right away, I was like, oh, he ain't going to be around.
He's not.
He's like, Saturday. I'll do it for Saturday.
So I guess tomorrow afternoon after Jake's show is going to be highly anticipated.
Ooh. It's Saturday. I'll be able to watch.
There you go, Rick.
The next mission, I think they want to do it again for December 1st with Addison.
Well, there's a chance that maybe we're heading up that way a day before the game or something. No, they know already. They already know about it.
How do they know? You tell everyone everything. You're like the town crier.
No, we like talked about it.
We all told them we were going to kidnap him.
Everybody.
Yeah, we all told them we were going to kidnap him.
Because there's
I'm trying to actually bring them.
Oh, my whole plan was that we go up there unannounced, and when I wanted to coordinate it with Jake, and when he's on air with Jake, we just kick the fucking front door in and like kidnap him on air on Jake.
That'll go over well.
Well, that would have to be a Saturday at least because you don't really do shows on Sunday.
We were talking when Bobby was working at the Holiday Inn still. We were talking about just staying there one night, just going up to Brattleboro and checking into the Holiday Inn and surprising them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he said
We said, Rick, if he still worked there, that all 40 or 50 of us should just buy every single room. Like, rent, just surprise him one weekend and take over the whole fucking thing. And he's there cleaning one day, and we all just pop out of every room, and he would just cry. He would just cry for hours.
See you tomorrow, Rob.
There needs to be a special Hall of Fame. I didn't see. I went over to him at one point, him and Mikey. When I saw the smoky going on and the drinky, I went over, grabbed waters, and I come over and I hand it to him. He goes, "I'm good. I'm drinking." I go, "Shut the fuck up. Drink this, both of you." Okay.
Keep him hydrated. Keep Bobby Midnight hydrated.
You imagine that if we have like a Asmaniac Shiner takeover of like a hotel for like a road trip.
Dude, that'd be a banger.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're past the 3-hour mark. We're into hour 4. There's been a lot. Start dropping yours. I'll give you guys about 5 minutes to drop yours. I'm going to go not drop mine. That would sound like I'm dropping a deuce, but I have to
What
pee.
did we
It's
learn
been 3
today?
hours. What did we learn? I'm very curious to see this. I'll be back momentarily. Gentlemen, talk amongst yourselves. Entertain the masses.
We learned that
I
Noel
learned Bobby
is
can save our
okay.
season. Everybody loves Noel.
Well, this
Yeah,
group-
we'll
I thought Nick was going up just to shoot his shot. I had no clue he was talking to her about Bobby. I was like, Nick is just shooting his shot with a 20-year-old. That's insane.
For a split second. Yeah.
He's got T-shirts all over.
I was like, do your thing, Nick.
Jaden, we'll get in trouble up there, 50 of us.
Nick's taking a lead.
Jay said he learned Bobby was a little high. We learned that
Bobby was a little high.
We learned that Mikey is actually Fireman Ed's cousin.
And he knows how to keep a hard hat cocked to the side at all times on his head.
He was chilling though all night. He was chilling. I gotta give Mikey credit, man. He was great last night.
Man, I wish I would have been there.
Oh, Rob, yeah, no, he definitely was. Just less directly than you were. Rob went in for the kiss right after the first two, bro. It was one of the greatest fucking.
I heard that as I was walking away.
Capture.
That's funny.
Tom, definitely. That's what I said.
I was curious what you guys were thinking when I walked away, and I'm talking to them, and she's standing there looking at me like shaking her head. Yes, you guys. I would have loved to have been in your brains. That's what were you thinking, Nate?
What's Nick getting her to agree to?
I was like, oh yeah, he could flirt with anyone. I was like, this isn't the internet, Nick, bro. She's not gonna. Or I was like, or no, I think I told him, I was like, he's walking up to all of them, going, "Do you guys have YouTube? Because I'm on Proud NYJ. Subscribe to my channel."
Yeah, he thought you were dropping Proud NYJ on him.
And look at that. I ended up being the knight in shining armor for Bobby and Mike, and you ended up being the over opinionated dick in the story, Nate.
Small-minded pervert.
And I did none of it. Look at that. Sure. I'm older now. I'm 46. Not as old as Rick. I just want to point that out.
You're not. I got 20 years on you, buddy.
That's it.
Well,
and
you got her to subscribe.
20 years and one toe, Rick. You had me beat in multiple categories. So
well, for now, I got one toe on you.
Yeah, that's it. I'll be honest. I don't do that shit like for me. Like I joke. You guys know that I make jokes. But like if I'm gonna go do something, I'm doing it for others now. You know what I mean? Like I get rewarded by like seeing other people be happy. Like, you know, like wanted to take Charles out that night. Like I wanted to see him happy. He rejected that with a stiff arm, kind of like Noel to Rob V. But I like that Rob V said goodnight like 15 minutes ago, but he's still here. We rock with white jeans in New York City. No, we don't, Rob. You do. No, we don't.
Hey, Rob, you wearing white jeans after Labor Day is not good, man.
Right?
No white after
Rick,
Labor Day.
I don't know if these kids know about that, Rick. That was like a thing like when we were coming up.
Rule.
Oh, I learned there's exceptional dumpers in the East.
Yeah, there's some.
Addison, I heard someone say, "Look at the shitter on that critter." Hell yeah. Three siblings learned. I learned Bobby was a little high. Tom learned that Bobby needs to get out of his apartment more often. Yeah, we gotta get him. Even if he walks with Mikey, Mikey was walking. Mikey wasn't in the wheelchair. Just go walking with Mikey. Mikey's mobile.
Rob, call in, Rob. Defend yourself, Rob. Call in.
Put Nala on a leash. You should take Nala for a little walk.
Yeah, that's all you need, a cat on a leash.
Addison learned that Bobby's arm wasn't the only part of his body that got stiff that night. Metro Funny
crazy
learned.
old ladies do.
We learned that Mikey is an expert of wearing a hard hat. It was the most impressive thing I've ever seen. It was 9 hours, and I never once saw that thing bounce off the ground. ISU learned that I'm not the only one that's not a fan of 25 so far. Nice.
I'm not a fan.
Twisted. We're going tonight. Victory Friday, man. Dave saying we learned that 25 is still trying to skirm the totem pole.
I don't even know what that means, but I like it.
Yeah.
Brigger can make one phone call and end all of that. Brigger can make one phone
We learned
call
that Charles already has plans for next month.
Oscar.
I got a better chance of taking Noel out than I do Charles on December 1st.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great. You better, Rob, don't make me flame you. You better watch out, Rob. I'm a sniper from 40 yards away. Rob didn't have to move, dude.
6'3" don't scare him, Nick.
You know what does scare him, though? Staying awake on a train. Fucking out like a light multiple times yesterday, according to Nate.
Yeah. He was out like this.
He's comfortable.
In the Discord, Nate's in front of him, standing there, and all of a sudden, yo, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I'm up. Like, he woke up and yelled at Nate just like 25 did 2 hours later.
Nick, don't pick on my friend Rob V. I'm sticking up for him. Rob had my back. He sleeps guys like you.
He sleeps like Jake Jack West playing with his trains. Jay Graves learned Mikey was Fireman Ed's cousin. Genergy learned that 25 is actually 24.
You did say that today. I was like, what the fuck?
Hank learned that the big fella should go to a lot of road trips up until February. Yes.
That was a crazy stat.
Genergy, I learned that I need to go to more Jets games. Absolutely. We all do, man. That's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And the best part of the day, like, not for you guys, but my ex, her son and his cousins came. So there was 5 of them. I had to get them tickets. And I was like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to buy tickets. We're going to buy the cheapest ones. And then just walk in with me in the lower deck like you belong. And they walked in and they bounced around in a couple seats as it started filling up. But then I was like, 3-4 rows in front was open. And they had a great time. And there was a point where Jake does his, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shine. And I stand up and I turn around and, I'm playing to the crowd. And there was a roar that comes up. And he turns around and sees this. And he's texting me. He's like, what the hell's going on? And I was like, oh, those are all my fans. Like, I'm playing it up to him now. I'm like, those are all my fans. They watch the show. He's like, you're that popular? I was like, just relax. And then I come back from halftime after I come over and see you guys. And there's a guy who stops me and doesn't know, like, the Jake's group. And he goes, hey, I got to ask, who are you that there was a big ovation like that? I'm like, oh, just listen to it. Just Google me, Nick Shine. Like, I don't want to enjoy the game, man. I don't want to hold you up. And then
read all about it.
2 minutes later, I was like, oh, let me see. I had a new sub. So maybe he did.
Maybe it was Noel.
We did it twice for Nick. The first time he didn't even hear it. The second time, more of us did it. And
I popped up when I heard it. I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. It was
I didn't know you
Nick,
guys were back behind us.
I know.
I heard a guy thought you were green bean, Nick.
Then when I go up and sit by them, these two guys sitting behind me, they're like, the one guy goes, oh, is that green bean? And I'm like, motherfucker, they're talking about me. And I turn, and green bean's my boy, but we tease each other, as you guys know. I turn, I'm like, you talking about me? And they're like, yeah, aren't you green bean? Like, we got Jake right there. We figured you might be green bean. I'm not fucking green bean.
You said to him, no, I'm the big fella.
Yeah.
People think you're everybody, Nick. Everybody but you. They think you're the big fella. They think you're green bean.
I'm just me. Tom Ace, I learned that I laugh and pee a little whenever I see Mikey dancing.
Yeah.
Very good.
Tom,
He might
you're
have
getting old.
the energy. He might have. That's how we felt. The Jets won.
That fucking helmet staying on is so impressive. There's got to be Gorilla Glue. It's got to be lined in Gorilla Glue.
I think there's a big thumbtack stuck in his head.
Bobby, that big hit. That's the best.
Bobby inhaled the fuck out of that Clancy.
Bobby Bogarting that joint, man.
Yeah. He took it like a champ.
He's making up for lost time.
That's how I learned that people mistook Nick for green bean. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 hours, almost 17 minutes in. Oh, Rob coming in. I learned that Nick, a.k.a. Johnny Unitas, broke my thumb. I'm sorry, dude. Nate, that football that you have might be my favorite football I've ever thrown. The grip,
yeah, I heard you say earlier that you buy it.
I love it. I love it. That was a very good football to throw.
We gotta do the flag.
Yeah, it slips out of your hand. Dude, everything was on point. Like sometimes it'll slip and like the throw will fade. That's perfect. Yeah.
We gotta do a flag.
Rob and I don't agree often, but we agree now. That was a great ball. Addison, I learned Brees needs to hold on the ball the same way Bobby handles the joint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Boomtown.
Get it out, Bobby's hand.
Here we are. Saturday, November 2nd. Drop it, sir.
Drum roll.
I love this part of the show. The anticipation. It's like the calm before the storm.
We just got to type it all.
Look at that.
The
And
grip.
the ball that he was throwing?
Yeah.
All right.
That was the ball Shine was throwing. The easiest ball.
Did anyone have video when I went up to Bobby? Because Bobby's sitting there and he's smoking. I just walk up behind him at one point. It's time. And I turn his hat backwards. He's like, yeah. He started like rocking in the chair. Shout out to that chair.
I was on. Shout out to anyone that wants to member up, because I was on Discord for like 10 hours. And anyone who was on there that got live Bobby Cam the whole time. So most of it, if it wasn't recorded, people saw all of what you did or all of anything live on the Discord. I had my little charger on the net cam the whole time for Addison and Sarah, people that couldn't make it.
Nick's
if you're watching the show and you're like, what are they talking about? Read on the bottom. If you become a member of the channel, not just a subscriber, a paid member to the channel, it's a great way to support and gives you extra access. We're all in there. We're people all around the world, so there's always somebody looking to have a conversation or chat. We got the West Coast people who are up later. I hear, is that my head just automatically hearing Mikey, or are you playing video?
No, I was playing Gator's video on Discord. I didn't realize there was a sound.
It's in your head. You got Mikey in your
Gator
head.
just joined the Discord, so we'll have some fun content with Gator coming out too.
Oh, nice.
And it's awesome. It's great getting to know everybody, and it's a fun community, man. This is great.
Hey,
but
some
listen,
of the East Coast
you
people
listen
stay
to
up
me
a lot later than the West Coast people.
You listen to Charles, you listen to Gary, you listen to Rick, Nate, Clancy. You've all talked in the chat. There's only one person you've wanted to hear from all night, and here he is. What did Boomtown learn tonight? He learned Tom Ace has a tingle in his sack. Fear the toe. Nate, it wasn't personal. It's a size issue. Jake and Hawk are screamers. Nick likes his balls to have a good grip. Don't fuck with Rick Kent. Bonus. The big fella's undefeated at Jets games and in generosity. Yes.
Yep. For sure.
Awesome. Thank you again to everybody who gifted, donated to this channel, the stream tonight. You guys are awesome. Nick's nephew pees on the floor, and when excited, Nick might as well. Tom Ace will be modeling Nick Shine underwear in the near future. Double bonus. World peace may be achieved with Charles steps foot in Jet Life Stadium on December 1st. The chat seems to enjoy receipts. Mikey might be Fireman Ed's cousin. Bobby on ayahuasca equals legendary. Triple bonus. 25 has no idea the Pandora box he's opened. In best Iron Man voice, we have a Dave Brigga. Everyone was popping the big fella's tag last night. Kidnap Mikey, yes. Bobby, no. Quadruple bonus. It's too large, but I'll get it in there anyway right now. Nick shines the gator. Mikey's helmet does not obey the laws of physics. Noel is a superstar. Phenom, click the fucking link because you sat next to them and I need a one-on-one with you before I exit here. If it's not too late, I would love to hear from you.
Phenom's the champion.
I mentioned you earlier, man. You had probably the greatest seat in the house. To show up to the game and all of a sudden Bobby and Mike walk in next to you. I need to know what the hell went through your head. And
Bobby said he had a great time sitting by next to
He did. I went over to see Phenom and his wife at halftime. Always great seeing them. I saw them at the preseason outing, the Panther game. Rob learned Nate has more technological items and gadgets than anyone are. That's true. Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
I had 100% battery on the train home. Chilling.
Nate is to YouTube content what Elon Musk is to space shuttles. Nate is Nate has. He said, "What do you need? What do we do here?
Yes.
Bloop, holders, gadgets. He's got gizmos and gadgets." All right, gentlemen. Thank you, Rick.
Wait, I got a question for you. Burning question. If you're Nicholas Shine Jr., does that mean your son is Nicholas Shine the third?
Different middle name.
He's a different middle name?
William Shine. I don't have a middle name.
Oh.
He's Nicholas William Shine because I wanted him, and I had the okay for Nicholas Shine the third, but I wanted him to have both of his grandfather's names. So I asked to change it to Nicholas William. So
Nicholas Shine the third has a ring to it. I like it.
I know. And I had the
NS3.
okay for it.
NS3.
And I'm glad I did it.
Exactly.
I'm glad I did it because his other grandfather passed away when he was 2.
Well, I'm going to call him the third anyway.
Less than 2.
I'm going to call him NS3 from now on. Anyway.
Yeah, that is a good nickname. Yeah.
No, he's a good kid. Man.
He's great. Yeah, and he loves it. He loves he's getting recognized. Like people who were coming up to say hi to me, like Metro knew Nikki, like from you know seeing me on Twitter stuff, and Nikki's like, how do these people know me? And I'm like, me in my life, you're a part of that, dumbass.
Yeah, disarming for a kid.
Yeah,
your nephew needs a little work though. Heather,
the nephew's a prick. There's no hiding it. He's a Dolphin fan. Me and him have fought since the day he's born. Like, anything I like, he instantly hates. I love peanut butter. He's allergic to it. Like it's just the lengths that he goes.
You greeted me and he booed me immediately. I'm like, so I kept calling. Now I realized Heather's his mom. I kept calling him Heather. He didn't like it.
Yep.
I said, "Hey Heather, that's a good one." All right, you can say goodbye to us now.
All right. Anything else, Rick? I don't want to upset you. Nope. We know how the community. Bye, Clancy.
I'm ready to be dismissed.
Good night, good sir.
Good night.
Thank you for everything you do. You're the man.
All right. Bye, Nate. You're the best.
See you, Rick. IRL friend Rick. Talk to you soon.
IRL.
Phenom was here, and then I don't know what happened. He was there, and now he's not.
Button Phenom. Phenom and I made a Bobby sandwich together. We're on.
Nice
either
job,
side.
Nick. Good to see everyone with the post win, post meetup glow. Looks way better than the negativity. Yeah. 5 straight losses is going to be a really fun thing to see on a Super Bowl trophy in a couple months. There he is. He's back. He moved location. Before you go, everyone, we got one more. The great Phenom is here. I think he's here. That's called pulling a Charles Gorman. Just don't want to hang with me. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate you, bro. Rob, you're the man, buddy. I enjoy hanging out with you, but this you being better than me at the quarterback shit's got to stop. Other than that, you're awesome.
I mean, we know the 2 quarterbacks when we have an Asmaniac, Nick Shine, 11 versus 11. Like, we got 2 quarterbacks for sure. I don't think there's
11 versus 11.
Anyone else in the room?
There's not that many ambulances to take care of that. We can't have an 11 on 11. You want to do,
bro? You just put Bobby on the O line and we're good, bro. No one's getting through fucking Bobby. He's all 5.
You good?
Yeah. What's up, guys?
What's up, Phenom?
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear?
Damn it, Nate. Let me fuck with people. Yes, I can hear you. It's the only way I can answer the question. I always do that to people when they ask. I can't answer it if I don't hear it.
Duh. Yo, man, what a night last night.
How was it from your point of view? Give me your point of view.
Goodness.
You and the missus sitting there. You're in there early, and you see who you're sitting next to.
Seats. What great seats. What a great event. I'm sitting next to Bobby Midnight and Mikey Midnight. Unbelievable. Bobby Midnight talked me through the whole game. Of course, he's diabetic, so he can't see some of the stuff. So he's asking me. I'm doing play-by-play for him. So it was a real trip. But what a great event, man. Jets played classic Jet football. Looked like it was a total dumpster fire, and they pulled it out. Garrett Wilson with an unbelievable catch. Both of his touchdown catches were unbelievable. And
who else has 2 one-handed touchdown catches in the same game?
Yeah. And
nobody.
It was just a great event to be at, So Nick Shine, man, you're a trooper, man. You always show your true colors. You always show up and say hello and come over and make everybody feel special. So shout out to you, Nick. You're one of those community guys. Nate, were we sitting close to each other yesterday? Was that you?
I was on the other side of those guys. Yeah, we said hello briefly, but there was a lot of Bobby stuff going on there. I was their chaperone, so to speak.
I see. They need chaperones, but they were really fun, man. They were really fun.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you have a good sense of smell?
Not at all.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay.
Did you fart and it came out of your overalls? Did you fart and it came out of the overalls?
It was in the whole section, bro. It was in the whole section.
Oh man, look, I don't. So lucky me.
We were clearing people out.
A little gassy, huh? Thank you, Rick. We have a great community, man. We have a great community. No question.
It was the best.
I was going to say let's welcome the great Dom C here, but now boo this man. C. Everybody in the chat, boo this man.
No, never that. Never that. Nick Shine's on some stuff tonight, man. Not really. You're not really on anything, Nick Shine. I shouldn't say that.
I'm sleep deprived. I didn't go to bed till like 4:40 in the morning, and I was up at like 8:13 when Bobby was calling. So,
Oh my
and then
God.
I ran on adrenaline the whole day, like the high of the win, you know. I came home from work, I napped for like an hour and a half, and I was like, I didn't get coffee before I came home. Shit. So I had to go back out, get coffee.
Unbelievable.
And
Unbelievable.
I wanted to start the show at 8. I wake up at 7:30. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, there's no way I can do a show without it.
I think all Jet fans needed that victory yesterday, man. I mean, we had been so beaten up, man. I mean, I saw one victory this year, so when I went to Tennessee, so I was lucky. But did Malachi Corley speak after the game? Did they actually, get him to do an interview? Or what was it? I mean,
I heard they tried. They tried to interview him. They handed him the microphone, but he dropped it before the interview started. So they never were able. They weren't able to complete. They weren't able to complete the interview. Thank you.
You should.
As a layup, I had to take it.
You should have been a comedian, Nick Shine. I'm sure you got some jokes.
I'm trying here. Like I have fun here. This is my platform. I like this.
This is you, man. The midnight hour is close at hand. It's past midnight. But where's Bobby Midnight? I never knew Bobby had a brother. So,
Nick, that was a great line last night too by Bobby. When Bobby asked what time it was, we asked Bobby what time it was, or no, he asked us what time it was, and we said it's 12:04. Oh, it's midnight. Bobby Midnight has arrived. That's great outside the stadium. That was a great one-liner. He had it ready. I was like, Bobby's sharp. He was sharp even after all the ayahuasca.
Yeah,
and
he
being
kept
a
on
little high.
mentioning to me.
Being a little high.
Wait. What did he say to you, Phenom, about the ayahuasca? What did he say to you?
Oh, he said a lot of stuff, man. I was like, wow. He was buzzing. Whatever his ayahuasca was, he was buzzing. And he was talking about he had been drinking. Like I said, both of those guys are characters. So only thing they could do is make you laugh through the whole night. So I was trying to watch the game, do play-by-play, listen to him, watch the game. It was Jake Asman set me up.
How many times did you hear him say, "I'm a little high"?
Oh, dozens and dozens of times, countless times. So, but then again, it just made the game a little bit better. Oh, I'm a little buzzed.
Oh, it's great, especially the first half.
But once again, it was a win. If it had been a loss, I probably would have been tearing. I don't have any hair in my head. I've been tearing the rest of my hair out of my head. So,
well, that's why you don't have any left. You've been a fan of this team a long time.
But I'm glad I came on. I watched the Jet game again, then I watched the highlights again, and then I said, oh well, let me see what's going on, man, because it's been bad, man. It's been bad being, trying to root for this particular team.
Wait. That's the first joint. That's the black filter. That's before the ayahuasca.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they were definitely feeling it, man. They were riding the wave, man, for real.
Awesome.
So that's
thank you.
The news.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Nick Shine.
You're the man.
You're a good
it was
man.
a pleasure and a nice surprise seeing you in the
nice to meet you, man. Great beard. You got a great beard, man.
Oh, cheers, boss.
All right,
Give the
take
missus
care.
my love as always, man. It was a pleasure seeing you guys.
All right, take care.
Phenom, do I have the best beard here?
Look, I'm not going to get into your petty feud. I'm going to get into that petty feud. I just met you, Nate. I know Nick Shine. You're the newbie. He's the veteran. Love to you.
I can tell by the color. I can tell by the color, Phenom.
There you go.
Yeah. Sure, you're right. Later.
Later, Phenom. Thank you for having my back, brother. I appreciate you. Us old heads got to stick together.
You got it, Nick. You got
this
it. You
new breed with their technology and their
the
nonsense.
New breed trying to get some points.
Awesome. All right, Nate. It was a pleasure, man. As always, seeing you, man. It was great. I bust balls with everybody, you know that. But occasionally, I get a little sentimental. So here it is. I think you were absolute fucking brilliant yesterday, and I am grateful for you, your friendship, how much you stepped up and did take care of Bobby and Mike and helped facilitate the day and the experience for them that is unmatched. You ever need anything in life, you call me and I'm there for you. Thank you. Yesterday was
We're
great.
all family
Great
here.
work.
Yeah, and I appreciate
Absolutely.
that. You guys, it's a great community that like I think we'd all would probably do the same if we were in that situation. I was already getting ready to go. And those guys particularly, I think I run a non-for-profit with kids and adults for special needs that starts in 8 hours, so I got to go to sleep too. So I'll be with 100 Bobbies and Mikeys tomorrow, and I do it every Saturday, and it's my place and my basketball gym. So like I need Bobby and Mikey to be there. It would be amazing if they got to meet all of them. They would be in heaven. And they're like, it's the only 100 people that talk more than Mikey and Bobby. They wouldn't be able to get a word in. Like there's just, it would be incredible content, let alone just a great experience for them. But yeah, it was kind of felt like I knew what I was getting into when both of them called me when they were in Newark. I was like, holy shit. Like I've had situations with our own program where I was like, you're where doing what? Okay, don't fucking move and let me talk to someone now. Like I was like, Bobby, go inside and find a worker and put them on the phone. Like I don't want to wait online. I was like, all right, never mind. I'll call the lit bros. Figure this out.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I finish soccer this Saturday. If you and your dad ever need help with basketball, let me know. And
You
me
should
and Nick,
come. Nick, you should come. Rob said he wants to come too. We are completely volunteer based. We don't pay anyone. We're all coaches and we call them buddies. We have like local high school kids that are all volunteers.
Yeah.
They get community service hours and whatnot. So it works around for the whole community. It's the biggest one in the city. Actually, my dad's been doing it for 25 plus years.
Where at?
But we have coaches on the Upper West Side. We rent the gyms, the public school gyms. So right where I live on the Upper West Side. So you can come and you'll be Coach Nick. We'll get you a shirt, throw you on, and you'll have kids probably grabbing your hands. And it'll, I mean, it's easy. Once you're thrown in there, you have the personality for it. And it's a mix of everything. But we have, I mean, it's less about coaching and more about just like how you can handle these kids. But like we have kids a couple of weeks ago, we had a kid who was coming in with like Tourette's syndrome, who's obviously just freaking the fuck out when anyone was getting near him or touching him. And this one kid, Andrew, is obsessed with Drew Barrymore and just talks to everyone and remembers my third grade crush and everything I've ever told him. And he wanted to hug everyone that day. And it was a whole fucking scene of just him hugging this guy to get the fuck off me. I fuck you up. But it was like, bro, we couldn't stop it. It was just like hysterical. Like, and he just kept running in the corners and he would chase. And this during a basketball game too. It was just wild. It was just a wild scene, but it was also hysterical. Like the parents are there. It's like, it's still the time of their life too.
Awesome.
As it was for our guys yesterday. But yeah, hell of a fucking time.
All right, man. Well, like I said, you ever need anything, you call me. I'm there for you.
Yeah,
Thank you for everything.
Now, motherfucker. All right, we'll see you December 1st. Everybody show up and get in Discord.
Yes.
You don't miss all the craziness and the deep.
Personal note, I hope I live long enough to watch your beard start to turn gray so I can fucking make fun of you. Good night.
My dad is 72 and his shit is blacker than black and he's never touched anything. Good luck.
Damn it.
72, buddy. He said he used at his job, he used to have to read emails of, he was in banking and look for insider information and whatnot. People in his office would talk about it, like would flirt about, like, oh, have you seen Ken's Just for Men? Like, oh, I know he's 70 years old. Nah, buddy. Good luck with that one.
You want to read these you want to read these comments back to back, please?
Love you all. Except 25. Rick Kent for life. Rick Kent for life.
Team Rick with WCA, whatever. All right, everyone. Later, Nate. Thanks, pal. Thank you, everyone who watched. Thank you, everyone who made yesterday so awesome. Whether you were in person or in the Discord enjoying it, and Nate popping up and seeing everybody and seeing videos and who was in the chat. If you're still here, make sure you like the stream, share it. We're over 1,100 subscribers. We're close to 1,120, I believe. We're very close. Let me see. Trying to get to 1,200. We're at 1,116. So the climb is there. The daily grind is there. I thank all of you who are along this journey with me together. You guys are the best. You ladies are even better. Dealing with us lunatics and knuckleheads. And obviously, that's what it's like to win. That's the vibes when you win. And where do Jets soar? Up high. He was on the show earlier. You know him. You love him. He's Charles.
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup.
About to end the show, and we're back. Hold on. Let's get Bobby off of here. Let's get Bobby down. Thank you, Adirondack Fly Guy, coming in at the buzzer. Oh, man. I don't know who it went to. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get in there. That's what she said. Hold on. To Flight Right 49. Flight Right 49. Adirondack, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you guys. This was the show we added the most memberships that we've ever added during a show. I appreciate all of you who did that. We added 55 members during the show. If you've been gifted a membership, enter the Discord. Let's hang out. Shout out to everyone who gifted and who received. You guys are great. As always, be loud, be proud. New York Jets fans, 1-game win streak. Enjoy the 10 days off, and we'll be back. I will see you guys. I don't know if I'm going to do Sunday night. Let's see how the football day goes on Sunday. Maybe we'll come on Sunday night. I got no kids this weekend. I have no plans. I'm not sure what's going on. So keep an eye out. Maybe we'll do like a quick little Sunday recap or something. So good night, everyone. You guys are the best. It's now time for the after party, the Discord party. Get in the DP. Yeah, you know me. Who's down?